He was late. That's the rule.
The show hadn't started yet. I know it was after 3, but come on. Did you see him in the hall?
The rule is, if I beat him here, his door gets booted.
Sitting on the floor in front of his door eating a sandwich.
Is that you, Gavin?
Yes, I would greatly appreciate it if you let me in.
Sorry you were late.
I was late because you called me to pick up a salad on the way. That's why I'm late.
Even worse. He's doing you a favor.
Plan ahead.
He's doing you a favor.
I was on time.
Because you didn't stop and get the sandwich or the salad or whatever.
Sorry, Gavin, I can't acquiesce. Such a bad stage.
I turned my car around to get you a salad because you were hungry. That's why I'm late.
I told you, if you'll recall, I said if you don't have time, don't do it.
You wanted to be a nice guy, so I got you a salad. Fine, I'm keeping your salad.
Then you won't be getting in your office.
I'd rather have the salad. I'm keeping your salad.
How old are you two again?
Well, hang on a second. Wonder if I can just hold out. I'm not really hungry right now.
Well, but you will be eventually. The salad's fresh. Just let him in his office.
So I don't get my salad unless we let you in your office?
Yes, that's how this works.
I will not succumb to terrorists.
God. Holding your salad hostage.
Doing you a favor.
What kind of salad is it?
It's a mixed green salad with everything and chicken.
What kind of dressing?
Fat-free tomato basil.
I don't care for that.
Hey, so I specifically got you fat-free. Let me in my office.
You go get me fat-free ranch, I'll let you in.
Kidnapping 101. Make sure you get a good hostage.
Tomato.
Get me in.
You got no good hostage.
I got your salad. It's got everything on it exactly the way you like it.
I don't like tomato basil. Or Tony.
Specify that.
Very nice.
Thanks. What?
You said get me something fat-free, so I did.
I'm tired of talking on this two-way. You either come in here and we'll negotiate or sit out in the hall. And when the kids walk up and down, they'll stare at you.
The two of you arguing over a set. Just let him in his office.
He was late.
Oh, my God. Doing you a favor. I know you said if he didn't have time, but you know Gavin. You put him on a task, he's going to do it.
So where is he? Coming in here with my salad?
Gonna open my office first.
Let me see the salad. I want to know that it's still alive.
Put it up to the doorway.
Then you're gonna take the salad and leave me out of the office. We need to meet halfway.
Let me talk to him. Hello? I don't even know you. Here he comes.
I'm going to show you the salad. Here's the salad.
That's a bag.
There could be anything in that bag.
Yeah.
Dan, you really need to help with this.
No one move. I'm going to show you the salad.
Normally people that do real ransom, they'll send them a thumb or something.
Here it is.
I don't know. That could be your salad.
It's your salad, man. I got Cajun chicken. This is regular chicken.
Oh. What kind of dressing did you get?
I got balsamic vinaigrette.
Why you get me the Tony Basil?
Tomato basil. It's fat-free.
All right.
Finally. Crisis averted.
Give me the salad.
Let me in my office.
Give me the salad.
No.
Why don't you two meet out in the middle?
Why
of
don't you shut up while we're working out the Cold War? This is exactly where Russia and the U.S. are right now.
But I know how you can get your salad.
Huh?
Send JD over there to go lay another one on Gavin.
Lay another what?
Kiss.
I'm never kissing him again.
Hey, you go kiss him for my
I'm
salad.
not going to kiss him for your salad. You don't want me to kiss him.
It's a distraction.
I'm not going to kiss him for your salad. What do I get out of this?
Serving your country.
Go let him in his office.
All right.
And bring me both salads. That way I can decide. Ever had tomato basil?
I'm sure it's good. Just light, a little tomato taste.
I like creamy.
Oh, Lord. We have some in the refrigerator in my office.
Fat-free?
Yes.
Ranch?
Yes. I didn't want to bring that up earlier and screw the deal. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
All right. Oh, Lord, he kept both salads.
Let's see. This one is the chef says beef chicken. You see the other one? Well, I don't know which one's the Cajun.
I can tell you.
All right, which one's the Cajun?
I need to see the chicken.
No, just tell me from there.
I'm gonna guess the one on the left.
This one?
No. My left, which would be your.
Well, you're not holding them.
Okay.
Take a salad.
Take one of those and give him the Cajun thing. But lick his first.
And keep his fork.
Oh, I got his fork right here. It's 2 cents. Stupid negotiator. Trey, just take it in there to him and tell him which one is which. He's flipping around like he's looking at some snow globe.
About the Cajun.
Anybody see the... has it been confirmed that Obama has chosen Mitt Romney?
As of 3 o'clock, he had not announced it. Says he is sometime today.
Did you see the media shove their camera into...
As he was driving by.
Mitt Romney's car?
Yeah.
Are you the VP nominee? I don't know. Emma? Did you get it?
Buddy, are you telling me something?
Buddy, am I in? It's a trick.
Did he say something about me?
He's talking about me?
No, which one are you talking about? You're talking about
Mitt Romney.
Romney being McCain's vice president?
Oh, is it McCain?
Yeah, no. Obama, they say that the number one front runner is Joe Biden for him.
Oh, I got the wrong guy. All right, Joe Biden's who I'm talking about. Who's the snack ramen guy?
He's a Republican. Yeah.
Well, who's the one that said Obama was clean?
Biden.
Well, that's why I got the gig.
He doesn't have the gig yet. In fact, he says...
Well, it was just funny. If you're going to be the VP nominee, why wouldn't they talk to you before they... not officially announced it, but while they're thinking about it?
You think there'd be some kind of an interview process?
Oh, they've talked. They're just playing dumb.
Why? Why wouldn't, what's his name?
Biden? Or Obama?
No, I know Obama.
Biden. Joe Biden.
Why wouldn't Joe fess up to it when the media is talking to him in his car? He would look like an absolute buffoon. I don't know anything about it. How does something like this work? Did I get it?
Does it come today?
Ed McMahon come to your house?
Do I get a note? Check here for yes, check here for no?
Do they? I didn't get no note. Last time I got a note, Pelosi took it from me. Paper class. How does this work?
I got audio of Biden 72, and he was basically saying, I don't want it, but if you give it to me.
He said he didn't want the nominee?
He's basically saying he doesn't want it, but if you give it to me. And he almost goes back to the...
Well, that doesn't make any sense. I don't want it.
Whatever you do, I don't want it. Did I get it?
How's the audio?
I just got it today.
What cut is it?
72.
All right.
I am not interested in being vice president. I've let the candidate know. If the candidate asks me to be vice president, the answer is I got to say yes. But he's not going to ask me. Look, you cannot...
Is this really new audio?
I don't know.
I just found it today. So
That don't mean it's new. Where'd you get it?
I got it from a service that sends me daily updates on audio.
Huh?
I am not interested in being vice president. I've let the candidate know. If the candidate asks me to be vice president, the answer is I got to say yes. But he's not going to ask me. Look, you cannot walk away when your party if the party nominee asks him to be
rule out or a rule in?
No, it's I'm not interested.
Who's doing the interview?
I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
I bet you don't.
I do.
Time's up, dude.
Hang on. Where I said that?
6, 7, 8.
Oh, hell.
10. 45.
Well, I just had that.
All right.
I don't know.
I can't listen to it anymore until I know who's talking to me.
I don't have it.
You said you're going to tell me in 2 seconds.
I had that.
All right. Well, then you should tell me pretty quick.
CNN.
Okay.
Sam, I answer your question honestly. Unlike most other people, I'm being straight with you.
You're not being straight. I don't want it. I get it.
But I got it. I dressed up for it. It looked good.
How does it work?
I got my hair cut.
Somebody come to the house? Does he know that I called him clean?
He calls him. He almost gets there again in this clip.
Asked, I will do it. I've made it clear I do not want to be asked.
Do not want to be asked.
But I'll do it.
If I have to.
Buddy, this will be like having Alfred E. Newman in the White House.
Like I said, even if he doesn't get elected, we'll have several months of...
I've made it clear I do not want to be asked.
Do not want to be asked, but if asked, the answer, of course
I would, because if the presidential nominee thought I could help him win, I'm going to say to the first African-American candidate about to make history in the world that no, I will not help you out like you want me to.
Unless you bathe.
Of course I'll say yes.
Well, that doesn't do a whole lot for the Democratic ticket if you've got a guy in there that doesn't want the gig, but he took it because he wants to serve his country.
Why would you come out anywhere near this and go, I don't want it?
That still doesn't sound like new audio.
I'll find out the date that it was sent.
No, that's okay.
It was sent to me as new.
All right. From
a service that sends me daily audio, and they highlight it when it's new, and this was new.
Who was it? Dallas Times-Herald?
No, not the Dallas Times-Herald. They're not around. It wasn't the Herald.
You're right. He almost gets into that.
Do not want to be asked. But
do you have the original audio of him talking about Obama being clean?
Oh, yes. Let me see. That would be 16.
Okay. Obama clean.
Real story. I mean, you got the first.
Who's the guy interviewing him here?
I don't know. Ant-Man. It was just
some local.
Yeah, they stopped him in the hall.
Sounds like Adam Carolla.
Yeah, you're right.
Real story. I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African American.
Yeah.
Real story. I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African American who was articulate and bright and clean.
And personally, I'm at a loss on how all this happened.
It's amazing.
I don't think it's safe to put him in a White House.
Why?
Put him on tour.
No.
Like the King Tut.
Nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
There was one more.
Absolute slam to anybody either that ran that was black or tried to get the Democratic nomination, or just anybody black in general.
We found
got
one.
an African American who's just... I originally saw him, and I was going to bring it up. I didn't think anybody would believe me. Someone call a museum.
African American who was articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy.
You know, most of them aren't articulate or bright. God knows they're not clean.
Maybe it's a, what'd you say?
I was talking about him.
No.
Yes. Don't you even.
Yeah.
I was discussing this. Joe Biden.
Not when it's clipped up.
Oh, God.
And bright and clean and a nice looking guy.
He's going out of his way not to be racist, and he's just smearing it. Got an African American you can understand. Bays.
I put something on him clothes.
Good looking man.
Biden never stole anything. It's amazing, man.
you know his mom was white?
Bright and clean and a nice-looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
Yeah.
I want him in the White House. I don't want to ever let Biden go.
Yeah, I would always vote for Obama just to get Biden.
I watched, it was late either Saturday, Sunday. Wasn't there a debate?
It was a monitored deal of Rick Warren, who's the
pastor.
Yes. Purpose-driven life offer.
Why was it so late at night? Or was I watching a rerun?
You were watching a rerun then if it was on that late, because I saw it started at like 5 o'clock our time.
Oh, no. I caught the rebroadcast. I didn't really get that much out of McCain. I probably watched 45 minutes of it. McCain just didn't seem...
Is he not doing about not
like he's going to be able to live through this?
I think he will. I think that wasn't a good format for him to talk about faith and religion and a bunch of other stuff. His strengths are going to be issue driven.
Well, then why accept that sort of environment or that setting? If it's not one of your strong
because
suits.
It's going to be a pastor, and you're not going to get slipped any questions that are going to put you in a bind. Obama came off more charismatic, just more believable, somebody more likable.
Is that the one where they ask Obama about babies' rights, human rights?
I forget.
Okay, I have that clip.
Well, where is it?
It is 67.
All right.
At what point does a baby get human rights, in your view?
Yeah, this is the pastor.
At what point does a baby get human rights, in your view?
Oh, yeah. No, it's McCain that just says inception, and the crowd erupts. I don't know what Obama said.
Well, I think that whether...
That's not a good start. And I don't think they led each other. It was a one-on-one each time, and nobody heard the other person's answers.
Oh, okay. They didn't get to...
No, it wasn't on stage.
Gotcha.
At the same time.
At what point does a baby get human rights, in your view?
Well, I think that whether you're looking at it from a theological perspective or a scientific perspective.
Which one is it?
Answering that question with specificity, is above my pay grade.
Above my pay grade?
Above my pay grade. That goes to somebody else much higher than mine. You must ask someone like God. Maybe he would be able to tell you. I didn't ask God, I asked you.
Oh, I'm at a loss on why Manning didn't go off on this. Man can't even answer the simple question. When is the baby? Well, when did you stick your weenie in?
Well, at some point. I can't tell you right now.
And McCain was dead on. He said, at what point? He said, inception.
Period.
And, he went on and followed up after the crowd died down.
Obama might as well have, his answer might as well have been, I don't know, what's the latest poll data say?
Yeah. Well, it's going to depend on which way that you look at it. Sometimes I'll look at it like this.
Bug eyes.
And other times like this.
Sad and frowny.
Theological perspective or a scientific perspective. Answering that question with specificity.
See, he didn't used to answer questions like this. He's gotten, and Dan's right, he's gotten too close to the polls of watching where people lean.
So I'll give you both answers that you like.
Democrats are normally against abortion or pro-abortion, and Republicans are against.
Pro-life, yes.
Well, don't confuse me.
Democrats are pro-choice.
Now you're confusing me. Democrats
for abortion, Republicans against.
Thanks. Well, they try and nicen it up. I'm pro-choice.
What does that mean?
I'm pro-life. Well, neither one of them sounds nasty.
Well, they're both pro.
Listen
to the crowd right after he says above my pay grade. Everybody kind of goes, "Oh, not a good direction."
Is above my pay grade. But let me just.
No, it's too late.
He told he started out. He was formulating how do I get out of this one.
Well, he knew he was going to be asked in a religious environment what his take was on life, abortion. When is a baby a baby?
Human rights, yeah.
Think more generally about the issue of abortion, because this is something obviously the country wrestles with. One thing that I'm absolutely convinced of is that there is a moral and ethical element to this issue. And so...
This clip looks like it's another minute and a half, and I'm not going to listen to it.
He never
answers it, does he?
No.
Is this entire clip this one question?
Yes.
I'll jump to the end. See how this story plays out.
I've now inserted this into the Democratic Party platform, is how do we reduce the number of abortions? Because the fact is that although we've had a president who's opposed to abortion over the last 8 years, abortions have not gone down.
Thanks.
I'll finish it with a question.
That's
how do we do it?
At least McCain, on certain answers, he got to the point and he didn't vacillate. But again, he just...
Above my pay grade, you're about to be the president. What level?
Well, maybe he, right. As far as spirituality, this is way beyond what I get.
We're asking baby human rights.
Well, you're also going to be a driving force behind this. How about you give us an answer for whatever we're paying you, and then we'll discount your answer.
The president didn't make a lot of money.
It almost comes across as he's overcoached, because when he first started out his campaign, when all the other Democrats were in it, he was more straightforward, whereas now he's all over the place.
Well, that's why I said initially he didn't come off like a politician, and that's why the momentum was behind him. Now he's this close, and he doesn't want to blow it by alienating one side or the other. Well, this is something we all struggle with. All right, what did you come up with?
That's why I asked the question.
Well, again, it's the two different ways you look at it.
A little surprised and sad. And
thank you. What were you going to say, Trey?
I said, especially now that he's starting in forums and debates where he has the other side asking, he's going to have to answer questions from the other side. He's going to either have to get specific on what he says, or you're going to have a lot more of this,
screw that. Start sending Joe Biden out.
Oh, God. Oh, on the campaign, because he's such a hothead, too. I just hope and pray.
There was one more Biden thing. How long before we need a break, Flo?
No.
Yeah, the one where he's talking about the convenience stores.
Oh, that is 15. Again, somebody stops him in the hall and just runs this one by him.
And then his people start yanking him away from the mic. No, I'm not kidding. Let me go.
Not really.
I got a good point. Denise, how are you, man? Well, good to see you. As you know, I got a lot of support from you, Cindy.
That's where, and more to come, I think.
Yeah,
so.
No, I've had a great relationship. In Delaware.
Nice way to start out the conversation by pointing out that the guy's Indian. I got a great relationship with you guys.
You peoples.
You got any tips on winning bingo?
No.
Oh, all right.
Not at all.
What about making shoes?
I don't believe so, no.
All right.
Denise, how are you, man? Well, good to see you. As you know, I got a lot of support from you, Cindy.
That's where, and more to come, I think.
Yeah,
so.
No, I've had a great relationship. In Delaware, the largest growth in population.
Here it comes.
We have meetings. Let's go.
Is Indian Americans.
How prevalent are they?
From India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven. Cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent.
Oh, please. Please let me.
Cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking. Oh, it's gigantic. I met with a group.
No, you didn't. No groups. You didn't meet with anybody. We have meetings.
Oh. They're almost always surrounded by PR people, managers, whatever. Why doesn't somebody carry around some Teflon? When he comes across as one of those, you just let him have it.
Senior senator from Delaware. I mean,
he's talking about Indians, and you can't walk through Delaware without hitting one. And he didn't just throw it out as the population. It's like when Trey said, I got bad news for you, Atlanta's mostly black. Mm-hmm. He didn't make it a general statement. He told us where all the Indians were hanging out.
Specifically where they go.
Just in case you want to go take a look. Here it is. We'll break.
Is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking. Oh, it's gigantic.
All the Republicans got to do is play this clip nonstop through November.
They just got to put some kind of a shock collar on him, and then when he goes off, zip him.
No, you got too much stuff. It's already, you got too much baggage.
That's why I don't understand how it is the Obama campaign would actually seriously consider Biden, other than they're looking for punchlines. I don't know.
That's because
maybe they've given up. He's what?
He can be very mean. And he offers something on the wall.
Well, hang on. How is being mean a positive?
Other than racist.
In a political campaign?
Yeah.
You want very much a Cheney, very gruff, very not afraid to go for the jugular of his opponent. But here's the other thing is, when he talks about Iraq, he comes from a very special angle in that his son is over there serving.
Okay.
So no one can tell him, well, you don't know what you're talking about or whatnot, because all he has to do is say, yeah, my son's over there risking his life, so yeah, I do think it's time for our troops to come home. And that gives him more credibility.
All right. So I can tell you where the troops are, and I can also tell you where the engines are.
I got it all mapped out. Which one do you want to know first?
Is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. This soap opera gets better and better. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Is that you, Van?
Yep.
All right. You didn't know.
Okay. Right now, traffic is brought to us by Don Davis Auto and by Red Box Automated Retail. Traffic right now in Richardson, 75 northbound after George Bush. There is a disabled vehicle in the carpool lane. No reports yet of heavy backup, but it's early. And in Arlington, I-20 westbound at Matlock Road, there's an accident on the left shoulder. Traffic is starting to slow down to take a look because apparently they've never seen a fender bender. And in Plano on the Bush, westbound at Preston Road, there's an accident on the right shoulder. So watch out for delays there. Fisher Check of Traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Dan. All right, we have flash flood warning for Collin County, and also more rain and thunderstorms popping up throughout the day. 70 for the low, 90 tomorrow for the high, 81 now at 11:05.3.
Line 1, Alfie. Yes, Casey.
Hey, Russ. I just wanted to say that I think you guys are being a little unfair to Obama on the faith forum.
On the what?
On the faith forum, the issue of the faith forum. I think you guys are being a little unfair to Obama.
Why? I said overall in the debate, I thought he came off better than McCain.
Well, that's what I think that too, because I think as well as an independent voter, I kind of appreciated the way he came about the answers. I mean, they're not easy questions.
Conglomerates of voters.
Can't really say. I mean, he didn't go back.
This guy's on his own.
He's independent. I guess he's not either side.
Questions that have easy answers.
Well, that's probably why they asked several of those. But McCain came off the part. I didn't watch the entire thing, but the parts I saw McCain came off as too rehearsed.
Well, they were rehearsed. We already found out that he was 30 minutes late, that he wasn't in a cone of silence, that he was in his car while Obama was having his interview. So,
well, I haven't heard that part of the story, but we'll go that it's, well, we don't deal with current news here. Pissy with me. JD gives me audio of Joe Biden. That's new. Brand new. From today. Just got it today. That's about 2 months old.
Oh, was it early? I'm sorry.
Spin the wheel.
For what?
You told me it was new.
The service told me it was new.
Dan checked on it on his own and found out that it was from June on Meet the Press. Spin it.
This is ridiculous. I got it today.
That doesn't make any difference. Well, it's pertinent that he said he didn't want to run, but you still told me it was new.
Lord.
I think at a certain point he'd want to have a little stronger work ethic. What do you got?
Kiss Alfie's nits.
I've already done that.
All right.
Well, I'm going to do it again. That's nasty.
Okay.
Have I kissed enough men things this week?
That was your own choice when you kissed Gavin at Live 8.
You don't have to say that over and over and over, do you?
It's all over the web.
Yeah, live103.com. People can watch it.
Shut up, Trey.
And it's not the quick peck that you portrayed it as.
Certainly, I lean
it
back.
is not. You leaning back, and you've got good contact for at least 3 seconds, which is queer.
It's not 1 second's fine, but 3 is queer.
It doesn't matter how long, but it makes you more queer.
It doesn't. There's nothing queer about it. It's just a bit.
A quick peck might be bi-curious. 3 seconds, you went full-blown on that.
Curious. It's Gavin. It was a bit. It was a stupid song.
You went full-blown broke back.
I did not spit anywhere or say anything.
Well, hang on a second. Gavin.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
Working?
Did JD try and slip you any tongue on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gavin. All over me.
Gavin. Ew. Did I try to slip you tongue?
All right, let me make sure I got the right part of the night. Right after the Sonny and Cher song.
Oh, dude.
Is that when he got you?
Yes.
On stage for everybody. Nothing happened backstage. Except we rehearsed.
So,
on stage.
So it was a coming out thing.
Something coming out.
Gavin, when you guys rehearsed backstage, was he kissing you on the lips?
No.
Where was he kissing?
Well, we talked about doing a kiss.
The hand thing.
Yeah, and the hand goes up so the crowd can't see it, and it looks like we're macking on each other.
You know, you put your hand over the other person's mouth, you kiss the back of your hand. I got it.
And so, I said at the end of the song, I'm going to come close to you, you dip me, and then we'll kiss. Fake kiss. But obviously, I should have pointed out.
Man, this is like listening to a queer party line.
It's not. It's not.
He totally laid it on me.
Oh, shut up, Gavin. You don't have to say it. Yes, I know.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Deny it?
It's on video. No, you don't deny it, but you don't have to say it like I planned it, like it was some way of raping you. It was an accident. I got caught up in the moment.
How is it an accident?
We were acting.
How is it an accident?
We were.
I think it's only acting if both parties are aware of it.
We were playing a couple, and I just got carried away. You think I want to kiss you? You really think I want to kiss you?
You obviously did.
That was on stage, and I did it in a parking lot. It'd be one thing. But it was on stage. It was to make everybody laugh.
No.
Yes.
That's the easiest way to explain this.
Oh,
I did it on stage. It was an act. And it was a way to check out your bi-curiosity without anybody pointing fingers. Luckily, we don't buy it.
I've long said the best places to hide are right out in the open.
Okay.
So you felt a little tongue poke?
Gavin.
Was he trying to open you up?
You gave me full lips, yes. They were moist.
Okay.
Soft?
They were soft.
So were yours.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Dan.
Sound bites.
Yeah. When you come out of shock, make a note. That was 4:02 and 15 seconds.
Give me a couple of seconds.
And backstage, JD helped you change into and out of your dress?
Yes.
He couldn't get it himself.
Was he working it then?
No, he just helped me zip up.
Thank you. Thing with the back zipper. I happen to be there.
Okay, I understand how zippers work. Thank you. And did you feel violated when he kissed you?
Yes. Because he was supposed to fake kiss me after he dipped me.
Just got caught up in the moment.
That's not getting caught up in the moment. There's no way to explain your way out of this short of being bi-curious.
I'm certainly not bi-curious with Gavin or anybody.
Well, your way out of it is say I was bi-curious and now I'm not.
I'm not.
I mean, I think you can pull the room. I don't think any of us have ever caught up in a moment where I wanted to kiss another man.
Well, have you ever acted on stage with another man as a woman?
No.
Okay, well, that's what I was doing. So none of you ever been there. You don't know. Don't judge.
This still makes it a man. I don't care what they got on. It's like the guys in Brokeback. They're doing full-blown kissing. You can explain as much as you want. That's gay. No offense, but it's gay.
Neither one of them were gay.
Yeah, but at least they made money in the process. You did it in the name of a bitch.
I did it for the foundation.
So you're kissing men for my foundation.
In a really weird way. That's what I'm going to hang on to.
This is how much I love you, police officers.
All right, so you don't want to, for your penalty of the old audio, you don't want to kiss Alfie's nipples?
I prefer not.
All right, then you'll do Gavin's instead.
No! That's not even on the wheel. Can't you make stuff up as you go along? It has to be on the wheel.
Fool, where you from?
I don't know, but I wish I was back there.
Spin a wheel again. Let's see what he gets this time. What do you get?
The Sombrero de Fuego.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a month or so, have we?
No.
Great. Rather do that than kiss some of these nipples.
All right. Chloe, you'll load that up during one of the breaks, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Were we into the news?
Nope, not yet.
All right.
We were just discussing the
old audio from...
Well, yeah, the lovely Joe Biden as a VP candidate.
Well, here's the original audio that this came from. This is Meet the Press. I think it was June 22nd, something like that. New audio that JD got.
Got to say yes, but he's not going to ask me. Look, you cannot walk away when your party if the party nominee asks him to be
rule out or a rule in?
I'm not interested. I answer your question honestly. Unlike most other people, I'm being straight with you. If asked, I will do it. I've made it clear I do.
That's Brian Williams, right?
Yeah.
I can't see him anymore at this point without him thinking in my head, I got cheesy bread.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I'd watched Saturday Night Live in probably a few years.
And you picked a good one because that's been about the only good one in a few years.
Not want to be asked.
Do not want to be asked, but if asked, the answer, of course
I would,
yes.
because if the presidential nominee thought I could help him win, I'm going to say to the first African-American candidate about to make history in the world that no, I will not help you out like you want me to. Of course I'll say yes.
Is it the
On
cheesy
that
bread?
note, we will thank both senators who, by the way, are up for...
Okay. So possibly next time you'll check when you hand me something that's new.
Yes, I will.
She wouldn't rather kiss Gavin's nipples instead.
No, please.
All right. These are new fireworks that are going on the spinning sombrero.
What are these?
That's
dynamite.
We like to think of them as fireworks.
That's the size of dynamite. A quarter stick.
That's an ugly word.
Think of them as oversized black cats. Man. You going to take these over kissing Gavin's nipples?
God, give me a second to think about it. Hold on, let me think. This explosions, not hearing for a while, or kissing a man's nipples.
You already kissed his mouth. Just think of it as foreplay.
I know. Oh, God, hold on. I'm having a brain freeze. I'll do the nipples. The hell. Can't make it any worse anyway. I've already kissed him on the mouth. You're right. What's the point?
You're going to pick his nipples over fireworks?
Yeah, afraid so.
Who just applauded?
Chloe.
Why?
I just want to see this.
I'm not going to let you kiss his nipples. This show has enough gay over and undertones.
Bring it on.
You're going to go outside with the fireworks.
Bring on the nipples.
Gavin, would you mind coming in here for a half second?
No way!
What?
He's gay!
No.
Somebody's wearing the sombrero. All right, Gavin, you'll wear the sombrero. John, you'll suck his nipples.
No! What did I do? I did nothing. He dipped me and made out with me. I had nothing to do with it.
Somebody's sucking nipples.
I told you I would. Bring them. Bring them on in here. Come on, Gavin.
Gavin, don't come in here. Go get Lee Harris for me.
No! That wasn't the deal.
You'll be sucking.
Fireworks! Blow me up. Put them in my rear.
You back to the fireworks?
Absolutely.
It didn't have to be Lee Harris. You want me to call and see if David was in?
No.
That'll make it fun next time you negotiate your contract.
Remember that night back in August.
You do a legal ID at 4. All right, 4:08. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. Wednesday, August 20th, 2008. Birthdays today.
Hang on a second. Did you guys get on my Deadpool that Harriet Tubman Jones, whatever her name is?
Stephanie Tubbs Jones.
All right, did you get her?
Yes. And I really, for a second there, thought she was already passed away, because when I first checked out the news story, it was being reported she was already dead, and I thought it was one of your usual tricks. But she's still in critical condition.
Good. You thought she was dead when you sent that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No.
All the news
I was watching
agencies reported
CNN before I left the house. They said she was in critical condition. That's still alive.
Right. Yep. Democratic U.S. Representative Stephanie Tubbs Jones, the first black woman to represent Ohio in Congress, had a brain hemorrhage and was in critical condition with limited brain function. This according to a doctor.
Was she driving when she had the hemorrhage?
Yeah. She's 58, so... Good point. Tubbs Jones suffered the hemorrhage while driving her car in Cleveland Heights on Tuesday.
It's very sad.
You don't care. You just want the points.
I lost Robert Goulet.
You also lost Bigfoot.
All right, I still lost Robert Goulet.
No, you gave him away, actually.
Yeah.
I lost him.
You traded him away.
Who did I trade him for?
David Copperfield.
I got dicked.
You're the one who was forcing the deal.
I thought he was going to commit suicide at the time.
Well, that's your loss.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Do you want to know any more about the Tubbs Jones?
No.
Okay, I think you got most of it. So birthdays today. Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit is lame and 38. Al Roker turns 54. Did they ever pick up the Family Feud show for another run, or is that?
I haven't heard anything else about it. I even forgot that it was running. I think when we had Al on, he said he shot 6 episodes.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
And the ratings weren't good.
They weren't horrible. Obviously, unless something happened, I don't know if he's talked about it on the Today Show. I don't think they picked it up.
It would seem like a decent, again for next summer. Do you like a 6-8 show thing?
I didn't watch any of them. Did anybody?
I saw clips. That was it.
All right. Was it as bad as when Ray Combs did it in the 80s?
No, I thought it was fine. I mean, I've always liked the game show.
Well, but you can also have a host, Ray Combs, and then who was the guy with the beard that used to be on Home Improvement? He did it for a while. That blew. Louis Anderson came in and flattened the set.
And now the guy that does it, the guy from Seinfeld with the deep voice, I can't think of his name, but he does it. He really isn't very good at it.
Is it still on?
Yeah.
Who's carrying it?
It's on... I see it. I catch it every now and then at late night.
Shut up. You give me sensory overload.
Robert Plant turned 60. Connie Chung is 62. Isaac Hayes would have been 66 today. None of us had him on the Deadpool. And on this day in history, back in 1964, President Lyndon Johnson signed a nearly $1 billion anti-poverty measure, and as we see today, it seemed to have worked.
How was that supposed to work? How do you have legislation that says it's going to be anti-poverty? Are these social programs?
Yeah, that's part of the Great Society.
Live on this.
No. On that.
Under it?
There's enough room, God knows. Another subdivision.
Get on.
Well, I'll be on that. Put it away. Quit. Ooh, almost got the dog.
Don't push off Lady Bird.
There's plenty of room for all of us.
So that was Johnson that signed into law the social services that we continue to enjoy today.
The modern day stuff, yes. Modern day welfare and everything.
Go get it, boy. Go help the poor
people. At this time last week, it felt like the Olympics were generating some serious worldwide goodwill, but it seems like things have now changed. On Monday night, the U.S. baseball team defeated the Chinese team by a score of 9-1. When all was said and done, players from Team USA actually collided with 2 different Chinese catchers, injuring one of them so badly that he had to leave the game. In retaliation for the rough play, Chinese pitchers struck 5 American hitters, and one of them, Matt Laporta, got hit in the head and suffered a mild concussion. China's coach, assistant coach, and a relief pitcher were all ejected from the game. And yesterday, a boxer from Tajikistan was disqualified after he bit his opponent, a boxer from Kazakhstan, on the shoulder during their quarterfinals match.
Does this kind of stuff go on at every Olympics? We just don't hear about it?
I'm going to guess it doesn't, because the ratings for the Olympics, I think this year, are at an all-time high.
Yeah, they took the top 7 slots.
Out of the top 10, 7 of them were Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics were last week's most watched shows.
Maybe because they do some lame stuff. They do ping pong and some ridiculous
That ping pong is rocking.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, they're also talking about to the ping pong teams, I forget which country, might be all of them, to start wearing more risque outfits. So the viewership will go up for that segment.
I saw that.
How do you wear risque outfits playing ping pong?
Volleyball. Look what they're wearing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, volleyball's hot. It's the sand volleyball.
You got to have a lot of motion, things moving around when you're playing ping pong.
No, you don't.
Plus, have you seen the badminton on TV before?
Stop.
I'm just saying.
No, I haven't.
See it. It is intense.
Where's the curling this year?
That's the Winter Olympics.
Oh. All right. I'd like to see Mark Davis in a thong.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh. And I'm gay.
That's not really gay.
Oh, my God.
That's just absurd.
That's just, yes. Good God, man.
Look at that. Bigfoot's into curling.
And actually, every single night of NBC's Olympic coverage had at least 26 million viewers, and that filled up all 7 of the top spots in the ratings. Tuesday's primetime coverage, this was last week, garnered 34 million viewers, taking the top spot.
I think the biggest push is just all the potential turmoil that could have gone on with the terrorist activity and China having to readjust their communistic stance and not come off as overbearing.
More friendly now.
We're going to allow protest. We're going to set up protest groups around the Olympics, like little protest stands, so you can go there and you can voice your opinion.
Roped off areas.
Well, you could call it a protest area.
That's what it is.
Most people call that a trap because they go to them and start throwing them in vans.
That's what they did with that reporter. That's what they thought he was a protester, but he wasn't in the area that he was supposed to be in, so they hauled him away. That's his camera.
He kept playing whack-a-mole with his head in and out of the window. Not good, then.
NATO has accused Russia of failing to honor the full terms of the ceasefire agreement brokered by the European Union last week aimed at ending the fighting in Georgia. NATO Secretary General Jacques de Hoop Scheffer said Tuesday.
What?
Jacques de Hoop Scheffer. Said Tuesday that Russian forces were still inside Georgia despite the agreement to withdraw and despite Moscow saying that they had begun pulling out on Monday.
Russia's not pulling out. They keep acquiescing. All right, we'll sign the ceasefire.
You signed it.
But after this last one, leave us alone. We got other things to do. What? Like reloading.
Ceasefire means you're going to stop shooting at us.
That's what it says on paper. You asked us to sign it.
You sign it and then do it.
No.
Signing it says you're going to cease.
That's signing it. We get nothing in return. There's no consideration. It's not a valid contract when you go take a business course. In the meantime, I got to reload.
They're now talking about pulling all.
Who's they?
Russia is saying they're going to pull their troops out of any NATO actions around the world. So it's almost getting to the point they're very close to saying, all right, NATO, F you. We're going back to just our own little area.
All right, so they're going to go back. They're going to take over all of Georgia. You have the rest of Russia. They'll reformulate the Soviet Union, and then we're back to the Cold War.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
Maybe they think I'm opening up a bar.
And according to Jacques de Hoop, we said we do not see signals of this happening. There can be no business as usual with Russia under the present circumstances.
There's never going to be business as usual. Trey brought this up at least a year and a half ago. He said just by the signs, just reading online of the events going on, he said Putin is just positioning himself to put the Soviet Union, bring that back, make them another world power, go back to the Cold War. Kay Bailey Hutchinson brought that up last week. I'd like for Russia to know that we do not endorse the fact that they've gone into Georgia, and I think they're trying to reform the Soviet Union. Thanks, lady.
She's good.
She's going to be our governor.
Oh, God.
When?
2010.
Why didn't Perry run it again?
I think he's full.
Yeah, I think he's run his terms.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
he's good at putting people down. That's been the biggest thing that Perry's accomplished since he's been lieutenant governor and governor. Bush wasn't out of Austin 12 minutes. Running for president.
I think that may actually...
Governors who we have an appeal. Oh, no.
What were you going to say there?
I was going to say, I think that might actually be the only way in hell I would consider voting for Hutchison, is if she said, if you appoint me or vote for me as governor, I will appoint Governor Rick Perry as our death penalty czar.
Or I'm going to continue with the fine word that Governor Perry's done. How long before we need a break?
2 minutes.
All right.
You tell everyone on death row, no, really, pick a door.
Okay, now we're on to something.
Yeah. One of these doors has a death needle in it.
You got, at least you've turned it into something we can watch.
Broadcast pay-per-view.
Yeah, you turn it into a big Japanese game show. If you make it to the end, all right. Yeah, we don't let you go.
Oh.
But we...
maybe commute the sentence to life or something.
You're now commuted to life.
Okay, I'll just pick one of the doors.
And you make the families of their victims sign off on that if they're okay with that. Like, yeah, I'd like to see that, sure.
No.
Run across this maze of spikes.
Hey, it at least gives them a fighting chance.
Yeah. And that would also appease all of the groups that don't endorse capital punishment.
I don't believe that's going to appease anybody. They're going to say, now you're making fun of these poor people and making it into some game.
They have murdered...
So let's lay them down quietly and put the needle in their arm.
No, they don't like that. You got people like Mike Farrell from MASH who doesn't want this in any form or fashion. And I'll go out on a limb and guess he's never had anybody in his family murdered.
That's all it would take. Any of these people, you would think that would change anybody's mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Look, no. You know, at what point in his mind does he say, this is okay. It's terrible to kill somebody. We'd rather have them in jail forever. No, it's not. Why do that? Why keep feeding them? Why keep having them on death row? They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to help us out.
If
needle them up.
Really, it's easier to argue the other side being against the death penalty because what's the reason? Why are we doing it? If we can lock them up forever, why is it that we get to make that call? It's nothing short of vengeance, which is a nice fist in your puss before you're gone. We're not doing this because we have to. It's because we want to.
And that goes against a lot of what we stand for as a country. If you really think about it, our history is built on kicking other people's asses and being vengeful.
It's the same thing. Can't play in the sandbox. You're going to have to get the needle.
You get to get out for a while.
But that's the argument they have. Why is it we have the right to make that call? It's nothing short. We call it justice, but in the overall analysis, it's vengeance, which I embrace.
I think it goes back to the fact that people thought, you know what, if they know there's a good chance, if they kill somebody, they're going to die, that will be a deterrent. We've proven that's not the case.
No, the death penalty hasn't turned out to be a deterrent.
No.
Well, jail's not a deterrent either, so...
Yeah, when you kill somebody, you really don't think about the consequences. You're trying to get the business done.
How long before we need a break?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Listen to the audio during the break. I can't tell. Is this a guy? Is this a chick? And are they for or against the teachers being armed in certain schools?
There's a guy at 70 and a cut 71 is a chick. Cut 70 is the Herald District, which is the school district. Superintendent David Thweet, looks like. And basically the question is, why'd you guys pass this ruling? That's 70. And then 71 is the president of the Houston Federation of Teachers, Gail Fallon, opposing the idea.
All right, the Herald District, that's the one that's just outside of Wichita Falls.
Right.
Is that right?
Yes.
The one that's at least 30 minutes away from first responders.
Yes, that is correct.
All right.
We're looking at all of the issues surrounding school violence, anything starting with Columbine all the way up to the Pennsylvania shootings. And we started looking at state-of-the-art security, which we installed. And then we found that was not good enough because we had a problem with being next to a 287 road north of us, and we're right 500 feet off of that particular road. And then on top of that, we're about 30 minutes from law enforcement. And we started asking hard questions. What's going to happen when we get an active shooter into our school? And that's the reason we decided to go in this direction.
I've never heard so many people argue the other side against security for children.
The schools, yeah.
Especially when you have a situation that this one is at least a half an hour. That's once they get called.
Yeah.
If you've got, like in Columbine, if you've got several students picking people off, you don't know when somebody's going to get to a phone. And when they finally do, still 30 minutes away from any type of hope.
Or the Amish situation, as we've talked about before, where, you've got nobody that really, only limited phones in the school.
Yeah, they're just in an Amish community, and they're just one?
One phone.
And one person's in control of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. And if something happens to that person, you're dicked.
Yep.
All right, now what's this other one?
The other one is the president of Houston Federation for Teachers, Gail Fallon. She opposes the idea at all costs. She'll tell you why.
Initially, I thought it was a joke. However, after a couple of media calls, we realized that it...
How is it you play off in your mind arming teachers to protect children as a joke?
She just thought nobody would do that. It's obviously ridiculous. Somebody said it on the radio, and the word got around, but no one would ever do that.
It wasn't, and we were asked would our district consider it, and it was absolutely no way would we consider it. Well, one of the things that hit me is, Columbine and the other...
Well, Houston's going to be a little different because you've got larger school districts. They've got cash for on-site security, and first responders are a lot closer.
30 seconds away or something like that.
Other incidents were generally initiated by students. Now,
all right, I missed something here. Hold on.
Incidents were generally initiated by students. Now, I've been around teachers a long time. They don't have it in them to aim at a student and kill him. They'll freeze.
So her point is...
Who was that? Was that Dan or was that the interviewer?
No, that was me. I've had plenty of teachers that would have leapt at the opportunity to shoot a student.
How do you play that out, again, in your head? I've heard more people come up with theoretical situations where this wouldn't work or what if this happened. On the other side, you don't really have any situation where you had somebody with a CHL that went nuts, that shot the wrong person, or... anything that would really detract from...
You don't hear those stories at all. People that misread, have a gun on them, and misread a situation and kill an innocent person. You're right. That's what they're saying is going to happen with these teachers. They'll mistake whatever the kid has in his hand and the liability. What if I miss him and he kills some other kid?
And also the way the Herald District, the one outside of Wichita Falls, the way they're going at this is they're not going to let the teachers decide. They're going to go back. They're going to have a review process, decide which ones they think are going to be the most capable. I believe they're going to have extra training.
They are.
And now you've got a situation where you're not just fish in a barrel when somebody comes in. I don't care if it's students or not. If somebody's coming in and they're wiping out people nonstop, yeah, I think a teacher could find the internal strength to
even if
whack them.
If it is a student and they're killing other students, would you rather have a gun in the building or would you rather not? It's just that simple.
Yeah, and if you're a teacher, I would hope just on instinct, your instinct would be to stop that person that's shooting your other students.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is or if you've seen them every day for the past 2 or 3 years or it's a stranger. Just the argument, not even to look into it, just to have the argument of, well, here are all the different things that could happen. All right, theoretically, that's dandy. Here are the other things that could happen.
And if any of the districts where there had been a shooting had one or two teachers in there with guns, it would have at least limited the damage.
Oh, well, that's the other side of the argument is, well, you're not going to stop these people from doing that, but you could cut back on the carnage.
Sure. No, you're not going to stop, and you're not going to stop anybody from walking into a church or a school where they know, for the most part, it's a gun-free zone ever. But you can stop them before they kill 30 versus 1.
Why don't they just give guns to all the coaches? They seem to like smacking people around.
I don't think they want people that are like to smack people around.
Well, you want somebody aggressive in a situation where you've got innocent people just being slaughtered.
Yeah. Again, they'll take them one at a time. Yeah, it's my coach, God, from high school. I don't want him having a gun. I don't like him having a paddle.
Did you ever give him any lip?
Coach Carter? Hell no. No. But I'm not sure I'm going to be pistol whipped for being late to gym class.
You want somebody that's going to defend the children.
Well, that is true.
That's not going to lock up. And if you could do that through some type of psychological evaluation, fine. But don't just dismiss it because somebody can throw out 800 different scenarios. What if? Okay, what if this?
Well, they did the same thing with their...
If you were in Columbine and you've got those students that are picking people off. Somebody walked in and went, "Hey, would you like a gun?" There's a really good goddamn chance you'd say yes.
Yeah, you got one on you? That'd be a really nice time for one. But you're right, nobody has one in any of them.
Oh, what is it, Trey?
Especially with Columbine, because they booby-trapped some of the doors and whatnot. So first responders, potentially, they had to wait to get in there so they could disarm some of the stuff that...
How'd they booby-trap the doors? I missed that part.
They had, like, pipe bombs and stuff that were going to go off.
Okay. Oh, want to take any of those, Alfie?
Line one's not bad.
Yes, Charles.
Just a quick little blurb. I thought about this at extent, and I don't think classroom teachers would be the ideal. I do believe, however, coaches, maybe assistant principals, people that are going to be roaming the halls at any given time would be the appropriate way to go if you're going to arm a school district.
I'm a little iffy on that one, especially if you're in a rural area and you've only got so many different people to keep an eye on the kids. I'm going to go with anybody that's qualified, not necessarily just a coach or administrator, although I think the coaches are the best bet.
Yeah, because coaches are always seeing people at their best and worst, and they can judge character really well, whereas a classroom teacher, they see them in a whole different docile setting.
No, I understand. Just at first blush, you look at a teacher and you're going to think they're not going to be as aggressive as somebody that's in sports.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
That's what the chick from Houston was saying. Teachers aren't going to be able to shoot a child.
Well, then in that case, you're not out anything.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, the teacher had the gun. They didn't shoot a student. Nothing happened. Again, except you lost a bunch of other students.
You go back to there's no downside.
There's not.
No, I agree with you, and we did the same thing with the aviation. I know you're done with this topic, so we can move forward.
What about the aviation?
Well, about the pilots having guns after 9/11. I mean, there was a time when everybody argued
they
back and
don't
forth.
need guns. They're too busy flying the planes into the ground.
Oh, stop it. Stop with the flying in planes in the ground.
Well, there a private aircraft that you said yesterday went into something?
Yeah, they had one out in the desert. It was a DEA plane, actually, that just lost the engine. The guys walked away.
I was flying off the thing, sucking out stewardesses.
That was 20 years ago.
It didn't make any difference. I'm sure the people on the jet still were distraught.
Oh, yeah.
They had my drink.
There's a picture of that plane sitting on the runway after it landed with the roof gone. People still sitting in the seats going, what was that? Damn, that's loud in this plane.
How's my hair?
Dumb king looking.
Are all those about the gun thing? Just give me one of them really quick. I'm done with this.
Line 3.
Okay. Yes, Robert.
Hey, boss.
Yes, sir.
I cannot remember where I heard it or read it, and I'm going to try to do the research when I get home.
Don't worry
about it. I want to say the only instance in the last 15 years where you had a shooting in the school where no one was injured or killed, an assistant principal, and I think it was in Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken, had a .38 snub in his car, went out and retrieved it and held this kid at bay until the cops got there.
Again, I don't see a downside if you got people running around in malls and just out in the open who can get a CHL and carry a handgun in areas where if you're really worried about the gun being there, everybody's at danger. Why would you want to have it in a school?
Having gone through the CHL classes and knowing how intensive it is, yeah.
Well,
why would you not?
First of all, you got buffoons that can pass the CHL course.
Exactly.
If they do these teachers, they're going to have to go more than just the state mandated, I think it's 12 hours. Because there was an old lady in the first CHL class I took. She had never touched a gun before, had no idea really which was a business end, and still passed.
I had 3 in the class that I took that had never actually held a gun before, and one of them scored perfect on the shooting round.
So yeah, they're going to have to beef up the training with the teachers, because right now, thanks, Robert, what the state mandates, I don't think is enough.
No, but with people having CHLs, you're right. You don't hear stories every day or every week or even every month about accidental shootings. I thought he was loaded, so I shot him. You don't hear that.
No. How we doing, Claude? Cool. Go ahead, Dan.
Speaking of jets, American Airlines grounded 9 of its American Eagle jets, delaying about 40 flights. Jesus. After it learned that a Transportation Security Administration inspector had boarded at least one plane by grabbing hold of a sensitive instrument used to regulate temperature. Hey, what's this? American Eagle spokeswoman Andrea...
Does that come off?
That's important.
It's got a gauge on it.
Please don't shake that. American Eagle spokeswoman Andrea Hughley said Tuesday the airline learned that the inspector had grabbed hold of a TAT probe, a rod on the outside of the aircraft, as he attempted to board the plane to inspect it. The inspector's record showed.
Why is a probe out someplace where you can grab it trying to get on the plane?
What's a temperature gauge?
It's air temperature gauge.
All right. Is that important?
Yeah, it's important. Yes, it's important enough that you shouldn't be grabbing it. It's not a handle. Anything, there's pitot tubes, there's a lot that measure the airspeed. There's a lot of things hanging out by the nose.
If he was going to break something off, that would be the best one to do, right?
Compared to everything that's out there, yeah, radio antennas and stuff, yeah. If you broke that off, it wouldn't be that. But it's the fact that he's an inspector.
Well, it's also fascinating that you would get twisted because somebody broke off the air temperature gauge, but you don't mind getting on a plane where one of the engine's burning.
I don't want the air temperature gauge popped either, but the pilot assured me we were safe with the engine fire.
If the pilot came back and went, I'm going to give you two choices. We have to break something off. The air temp gauge or that engine.
Clearly, the air temperature gauge would go first. I want the engine there.
But you're still set on a plane after you saw flames come out of one of the engines, and you...
Yes.
This is probably still safe.
I've heard of hot starts before. Yes, I had. And had I not, I might have been a little more anxious. Nobody else got up. Nobody else was upset. He wasn't upset.
Everybody was too big. Everybody was too big of a pussy to stand up and go, "Hey, God, engine's on fire!"
It was a good one too.
Do something. I don't know how you sit there in a seat with any type of decorum. Hey, well, nobody else has reacted. I believe I'll just make a fool of myself.
I felt like William Shatner in The Twilight Zone because I was looking out the window when it happened, and nobody said a word. There's like a 12-foot flame comes out the back, and I see one went out the rear, the front and back. And I wasn't really looking right at the engine. I just kind of big flag. I looked down and I went, oh, nobody else saw that. Nobody else said anything. And then I started smelling the fuel. And I went, okay. And the guy next to me is like, what's that? And I went, you don't know what that is.
We're on fire.
It was only about a second and a half. It flared up.
That's long enough for me to get off the plane.
No, we were already pushing back.
I don't care if you're pushing back, pulling forward, or getting a reach around. You're going to pull that plane back to the gate and you let my dog ass off. I don't care what the FAA says or if it becomes an incident because I went off the plane. You got an engine that just poofed on me. I'm getting off.
It was the captain came off.
You never see that in any of their commercials as they're doing the beauty shot flying over the ocean. You never see a quick poof.
I think it's a general rule. And then when you see an emergency vehicle of any type next to your plane.
Yeah, he pulled over. For the restart, they had to have the fire department there.
If you're worried about it smoking again, you get off.
It was the last plane of the night. I didn't want to create a problem.
You know what? It could have been the last plane of the night.
Didn't want to create an issue. And he was the captain's on the plane. His butt's there, too. He's not going to risk
You don't know
what
his state of mind is.
The suicidal captain.
He could have had it with you and everybody else.
We were completely safe.
Fire department came out. Why? Because normally fire department comes out to my house, it's because something's burning.
There was a potential for it to light up again, and it had. That's when the captain said, if we have any more problems with the engine, we'll get another piece of equipment. He was just so calm, and everybody else was just so calm.
So just so we're all aware, we're okay with one flame.
Yeah.
But two flames is where we get everybody off.
Two flames.
Two explosions of fire.
Because one can happen, and it does happen from time to time.
One is enough. Mm-hmm. Now, would they actually, the FAA, consider it an incident because you backed away from the gate if I said, I don't feel safe on this plane?
In that case, I don't think so. Because it's not you just changing your mind, and there was something that happened.
I've changed my mind, but it was based on something that happened.
Exactly.
Not anxiety.
I don't think you just wanting to get off and not want to sit on the airplane.
I went off!
Believe me, it's fine. It happens all the time.
It
happens all the time.
I got a picture. You see that?
Yeah, that's a hot start. We're ready to go. Going to the house. Sit down.
Cool your engine off.
Would you like a drink?
Cool your jet. I'm getting off.
Well, so
I'm shocked that not one person got off that plane.
Yeah, nobody did. When everybody sat there, nobody even said anything. You didn't hear people chattering or anything. The guy sitting next to me, well, he didn't really see it because I was looking out the window. But the captain did admit it. He goes, if you were sitting on the right side of the aircraft, you may have noticed we had a slight problem.
I saw it! Plane's on fire!
Happens every once in a while with... He blamed it on the Rolls-Royce engines. I went, can we get a Pratt & Whitney out here?
Why is it that diesel?
Jet fuel, similar.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, Jet A. It just pools at the bottom. It just pools what it does. Some of it just pools at the bottom. And when they light it off, if it's still there and it hadn't evaporated.
That's not a jet engine.
What is that?
That's a Weber grill.
No, it's not. It's very brief.
That's not a jet engine. That's a Weber.
It's the first thing I thought of.
It's very brief.
That's exactly what happens when you light up the grill.
If it never happened,
I've never flown with my grill.
If it never occurred, I'd understand the anxiety, but it does occur. It probably occurs several times a day somewhere. It does.
And then you get off.
No, the mechanics.
Yeah, you do.
They come out and they look at it. They actually open the panel, looked at it, and they, of course, they know they're being watched, so they get their wrenches out. Bing, bing. Yeah, it looks good from here. You know why it looks good? Because we ain't on it. We'll still be here in Orlando an hour from now.
Go in there, pop it open that side panel. It looks like you're doing something. You go like this.
That's exactly what they did.
Just a little soot.
Scrape that off. Your chicken's a little burned.
Yeah.
And that's exactly. I knew what they were doing. They're putting on a show for the passengers. There's nothing you can see at night. I pull it open one panel and going, yeah, that's an engine. Sure is. Close it up, Jim.
Looks safe from here.
Happy aviation day.
Yeah. We need a break?
Yes.
All right, we'll be back.
Russ Martin Show.
Watching the video again of, was that Joe Biden?
Yes.
With the reporters quizzing him. Are you the VP nominee? I don't know. Well, there's no way that Obama is going to make that decision or come close to it without having some kind of conversation with you. Are you it? I don't know. Am I?
He can't tell him.
Did I get it?
No, we don't know. We're asking.
Why wouldn't he be able to tell him?
Because they want to make a big deal out of it. Obama's going back to wherever it was he announced his presidency or his run for the presidency. It's all a big ceremony.
Well, what's he going to undo if Biden said, yeah, he's talking to me about it?
I want it to be a big deal. Well,
he just comes off like a bigger buffoon. I don't know. Nobody said anything to me about it. Did I get it? Did I get money? Am I in?
We don't know.
What did he say about me?
He just said you're possible.
He likes me?
He likes you. He likes a snappy dresser. Nice truck you driving.
You guys told him I said he was clean. And articulate. And good looking.
Oh, believe me, that audio is going to run many, many times.
All right, good. Play for him. You ready to go, Dan?
I am.
All right. Get it up.
Okay. Traffic right now is brought to us by Redbox Automated Retail and also by Toyota of Richardson in Dallas. 75 northbound after 635. You have a disabled vehicle, which they're saying is in the right center lane. So stay away from that right center lane. Also in Dallas, Woodall Rogers westbound of 35. The off-ramp is blocked. So traffic has to take either the industrial exit or screw up your whole day and go south on 35. And in Fort Worth, 35 southbound before Hattie Street, the two right lanes are closed. And as you backed up to northeast 28th Street, that's because of a disabled semi in the middle of course, already heavy traffic. There's your check of traffic. I am Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Hey, Dan, 70 for the low, going to be into the 90s actually for the rest of the week with a chance of afternoon thunderstorms every single day, which we have now. 80 now at Live 105.3.
Alfie, what's line one?
I believe he says he works for American Airlines as a mechanic.
All right.
Yes. He's saying that there's more to the device that the TSA person was messing with.
Yeah. Yes, Dave.
Hey, that TAT probe on these modern airplanes, you don't have just the dial gauges like you used to have. Everything's interconnected with the computers, and these TAT probes are part of the pitot-static system, and you get your airspeed information,
See, Jack,
high
what I mean?
pressure, so on and so
He just said the
forth, and
pedostat system.
gives you
Pedostat system is how you get airspeed. All right.
information that's vital to the operation of the engines. The engine computers take data off of that to help set the power.
Well, it's like
so on and so forth.
It's like a sensor on a car engine. One thing goes out, it's going to screw with the computer.
Well, it won't screw everything up, but it has a tendency to give you an erroneous indication, and it might make the engines run differently than what they should be for the given condition, so on and so forth.
So let me ask you, as a mechanic.
I'm not a mechanic. I'm a pilot.
All right. You're a passenger sitting on a plane. You look out the window. One of the engines just lights up. Do you stay on the plane?
As a pilot, knowing what I know about hot starts, and I think JD was talking about that, it wouldn't concern me. But as a passenger that doesn't deal with things like that from day to day, yeah, it'd probably scare the hell out of me.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sure there were people that were upset.
That plane with me on it, one of the engine lights up, all that's coming out of me is off. Off.
We were fine.
I'm clearing out like a cat on bath night. I'm getting off.
Sort of sit back down. Everything's fine. That's very normal.
So you're telling me it's no big deal?
It is no big deal.
All right. So why did you call the fire department?
Well,
why didn't you call the no big deal department? Why is there a fire engine sitting out there? Why is there a van out there that just says no big deal? Hello?
I'm here formulating my thoughts. It's standard procedure.
All right.
Have someone standing by with a fire truck in
case it flames up again, which means it's a possibility. And just because it don't flame up the second time, don't mean it can't flame up in the air.
Once it started, sir, it's fine. We have no issues whatsoever. Once the engine is started and running.
So why didn't you call the no issue department? Why did you call the fire department?
Well, because we had a little...
The engine's on fire, fool!
A little fire issue. Sit down. We're pushing back.
Well, yeah, but Russ is right, though. I mean, it's great. You feel safe. You're staying on the plane. Here comes the fire department.
Off. Off.
Sir?
What off?
Everything's going to be fine. We're going to relight the fire.
Then call them. It's going to be fine department.
We don't... This is just the fire department.
There's truck that just pulled up out front with firemen on it. Red lights and hoses.
Standard procedure.
Firemen.
Yes.
So why didn't some guy just pull up in a golf cart that says no big deal department on the side of it?
It's as funny as that would be.
I'm sorry, Dan. Is that where you were going?
No, you're dead on. I just don't understand how it is. Like you're saying, JD, it's standard operating procedure. Okay, the first one flamed up. Let's give it another shot. But when we do that, let's have the fire department here. So let's say it blows up.
You can stop there, Dan.
I have.
It's not going to blow up.
Why is the fire department there?
Potentially could flame up. That's the difference in blowing up and flaming. Flaming's... Blow up is...
Oh, I'm sorry. Is one not as hot as the other?
The temperature actually would
So
be
one's
the same.
not going to melt my skin.
One is sustained. You're correct. One is sustained.
I look out the window. How many engines on these?
Two.
All right. One of my buddies just flamed up.
Yes.
I'm not flying. I want off.
One of those things.
I don't want no bath. Let me out of here.
Happens everyone.
Open the door.
It's not.
Yeah, open the door. I'm going to pry it open.
No, you're going to sit
I'm
down.
going to eat my way out of this bitch. You open the door.
Everything's fine. Look, it's already relit. See?
Relit?
It's relit. It's fire. Yes. Engines, relight them. That's what we do here at American. I'll say that.
Generally, when I think of...
Was that an American plane you were on?
It was.
All right. Still safe.
Absolutely.
I'd still get off.
Yeah. And as the pilot there said, to a casual passenger, it would have been probably
any
more.
Passenger.
Well, again, I've heard of them before.
I don't care if I've heard of them. I don't like seeing them. I've heard of tornadoes.
No. Well,
you don't see me driving around looking for one.
The tornadoes almost always kill you if they hit you, but this doesn't. They just relight the engine and we'll be on our happy way.
What is it, Trey?
That's just, if I think of fire engine, airport,
caution. Think caution.
I think Charlton Heston.
No. Just think we're being safe.
I think disaster movie.
And actually, if you're thinking safe and you feel the need to have the fire department there.
Backup, just as backup.
Well, okay, fine. But you feel the need to have them there for the second start, then why keep the people on the plane to roll the dice?
Because it's not going to...
What if something happens? Dan's right, the second go round. You know what? This is no big deal. We don't have a no big deal department, so we call the fire department instead. Nothing's going to happen. but we're going to deboard everyone just so we can restart the engine. Hold your fingers in yours. Everything should be okay, and then we'll be on our way.
Cover your eyes to look at the flash.
Because there's no way that engine could explode as you think it's going to do. It's going to, if it by chance relit, it'll be over with.
You don't know that?
Yeah. Chances are, if it had
chances, odds.
That's what you're dealing with anytime you're flying. My God, or driving. Or
well, but my odds just went up if my engine's flaming.
Well, I like that. You have the no big deal department, and all along comes the, well, odds are pretty good department.
Again, we're out here. That's what
they're not supposed to shoot flames at them. It's not some hot rod out of the 50s where you put spark plugs in your exhaust.
No, it's not, but it does happen all the time.
Fire department
comes out
off. I want off.
Well, you probably could. In that case, you could have gotten off. They would have probably, especially we're only 10 feet away from the gate. Had you made an issue, had anybody still made an issue, they probably would let you off without an incident. Delayed the plane by an hour, but you don't care.
I don't.
I know. And had somebody stood up
and there's no way to keep me on a plane that I don't want to be on.
No, you're right. I mean, you can get off an airplane anytime it's on the ground. You can make them go back. If you get wiggy enough, they'll take you back to the gate. Of course, they will escort you off the plane. There's a difference between getting off a plane and being escorted off an airplane.
Well, you can run me through security. I don't want to be on that plane.
Well, then they got to go get your bag out of
I don't like planes where somebody's got to come and blow out the engines. It ain't my birthday.
So something must have happened in the air.
Well, once the engine's running, there's no.
Well, Chloe, that's called a tragedy.
Just saying, how much of that wing do you need to land?
How much wing, John?
Well, according to the engineers, all of it.
All right.
You could probably lose a foot or two, but it's not going to.
And you can land with one engine.
You can land with one engine. Yeah, it'll fly with one engine.
A foot or two.
You can probably knock up a couple of feet off the end, and it would still fly. I've seen that actually happen.
But you can fly with one engine.
Yes, you can fly with one engine.
Straight?
Yes.
How do they do that?
Well, what do you mean, how do they do it?
How do you drive straight?
They turn into it.
Into the skid?
Well, no, there's no skid.
How do you drive straight with one engine?
The engines are close enough to the body of the plane.
That don't make any difference. One's on the left, one's on the right. You got one go out, you're going to be making circles for a couple of days.
No, you just cross control.
A little
bit. The rudder. Just kick in a little bit of the rudder.
So you turn into it.
You don't turn into it. It's not a skid.
I'm not saying it's a skid.
Actually, the word, you're actually correct. It is a skid. Thank you.
Line two.
All right. Jesus. Let this be a pilot.
Yes, James.
Hey, I was on a flight from DFW to Las Vegas not 2 freaking weeks ago, and JD, you're an idiot. Hey, I had to have been the only one that saw it because I told the stewardess, I says, I want off this plane. She would not let me off, and she brought up some crock of garbage.
Well, hang on. Slow down. What did you see?
I saw flames cut out of the damn engine.
Bitch, don't scream at me. I'd get off.
No, I'm screaming at JD.
Go ahead then.
Now, wait. What did you say to her, and what did she say to you exactly?
I told her, I said, I just saw flames and smoke come out of that engine. I said, I want off this plane. I said, I've heard about the starting things or whatever because I was listening to you guys, a couple months ago or something about it.
That's why she left you on the plane.
Well, I told her, I said, I want off this damn plane. She says, I'm sorry, sir. This happens all the time. I'm sorry, we can't let one person off the plane because of flight time regulation or some crap like that.
No, I'm telling you, if you make a big enough stink.
It sounds like he's making a big deal on the phone.
If you're making a big enough stink.
Well, hang on. How big of a stink did you make?
Dude, I'm about actually worse than I am now. I'm picturing myself sitting in that damn seat again, and it's freaking me out.
So did you refuse to sit back down?
I had to. I had to sit back down. I mean, I was fuming. It felt like I was about to pass out.
Well, at least you had company.
I actually text messaged my wife and let her know what was happening. I told her, I said, honey, I said, if this plane goes down, I said, the engine was burning before we took off. I said, sue the piss out of them.
Call the dogs. Thanks, James.
Well, anytime a pastor makes a big enough stink, if you go, I'm not going to sit back down.
He sounded like he was making one.
You're going to have to tackle me and put me back in my seat. Then they're going to call the police.
I get it. It's safe. There's no issue. Mm-hmm. It happens just through the mechanics of the engine.
Correct.
I got that. There's no danger. Mm-hmm. I went off.
They'll take you off. I mean,
they wouldn't let him off.
Again, if you say I'm not sitting down, I'm not sitting down. Do you hear me? I'm standing in this aisle. You're going to have to tackle me and tie me up to get me on this airplane. Then they will. At that point,
do you really have to be that rebellious? Can't you just say, I want off this plane. I don't feel safe. I will not stay.
I don't know what
you can go get the pilot. You can get anybody else. You can go get Captain Stabbin. I'm getting off this bitch.
I really don't know what the actual...
Because I don't think there's really a need just to go berserk, because then they're going to think something's wrong with you.
Yeah, it depends on the crew. It depends on where you are. It really depends on a lot of things. I don't know what their actual procedure is. I haven't flown for a long time.
Oh, okay.
We've never had that problem in Southwest.
You ready to go, Dan? I am. Southwest use different engines?
They used the Pratt & Whitneys, and that was never an issue. I don't ever remember that happening. Doesn't mean it doesn't. I'm sure the Pratt & Whitney engines also
do a hot start.
I'm sure they do a hot start from time to time. But I was never on a plane where that happened.
But Southwest would let me off.
It's really going to depend on the crew and where you are and how far away
from
you
get. On nothing. I tell you, I'm not going to sit down. I'm not going to sit out. But I don't want to look like an absolute buffoon, especially if nobody else saw it.
That's where you have to draw the line, is how big of a stink do you want to make? Do you want to be escorted out by the police and spend 2 hours in the terminal having them figure out who you are?
Well, you don't have to do any of that. The stewardess admitted that there was a flame that shut out the engine.
Mm-hmm, and everything's fine. Everything's perfectly safe, sir. The captain wouldn't be taking us off if he thought it was...
I don't know him. I don't know you. I don't know anything about your life history. I don't know your mental state. I went off this plane. Yep. I know one thing. That engine was on fire.
Yes, I know, and it's out now. We're taking off.
Just because it's out doesn't mean it's safe to take off.
Sit down. You have two choices at this point, sir. You can sit down, and we can fly, or you can continue to stand there, and we will go back to the gate and have the police take you off. Which one would you like? Those are your two options.
Call the law.
All right, that's what they would do. At that point, if you're not going to sit down, you can't take off.
Can you feign chest pains?
Oh, you could do that if you wanted to go that far, sure.
Okay.
Put in your back pocket for later.
You let me off this plane. I got IBS.
Oh, no. We don't want you anywhere near our engines.
Oh, yeah, I'm making more noise than your engines. Did you do a legal ID at 5? All right, 5:18. Dan O'Malley's here with more news.
Thank you, Russ. More than 200,000 children were spanked or paddled in United States schools during the past school year. This according to a human rights group. Every public school needs effective methods of discipline, but beating kids teaches violence, and it doesn't stop bad behavior. This according to Alice Farmer, the author of a joint report from Human Rights Watch and the ACLU.
Why wouldn't they go back and take a look at kids and violence in the schools over the past 30 years where we've gradually phased out, what do they call it, corporal punishment?
Uh-huh.
Corporal punishment, and see what kind of control they have.
I think they're...
And these are also children, I believe the parents they sign off saying, yeah, if my kid smarts off, whack him on the ass.
Yeah, actually, that's where I think they say out of the 21 states, corporal punishment in schools remains legal in 21 states and is used frequently in 13. Most of those states, and Texas is one of them, and I think it varies by the district, you have to have the parental consent, so you have to sign off on that. So it's not like they're just going to pull a kid out of class and beat his ass and say
like
sorry
they did
later.
when I was in school.
Yeah, like
my parents never knew.
No, yeah, there was no special notes that you got from your parents. If you did something, they'd go get Coach Allen, little sawed-off short. That still makes me sweat to talk about him.
Why? I don't think that bad.
There was nobody that gave him grief on recurring occasions.
Well,
normally you gave it to him once, and then you were a believer.
It was the paddle.
Yeah.
He
was just a short, fat stock. I saw him knock a kid down in the hall with his gut one time because the kid was running and he told him, like, 20 feet away, slow your ass down. He didn't. So he belly bumped him into the wall.
And back then you could get away with it. My principals spanked me one time. My parents never found out. And I never told them either because I didn't want to get it again. Actually, my parents didn't spank me.
Okay.
I didn't spank my kids either.
All right.
I'm just saying I probably wouldn't have got home and gotten beat either.
Well, there was
other ways of...
There was an expert on CNN today that was talking about this and corporal punishment. She said, that's not the way that you deal with this. That's the easy way out.
Just to beat them?
Well, you're not talking about beating them. You're talking about, depending on what you did, a SWAT. I think we had a limit. I think you got 3, depending on what you did.
I think probably some of these groups like the ACLU look back and they go, the problem is there's a fine line between discipline and beating a kid.
Well, this is not beating a kid. You take 2 or 3 swats on the ass and you're done.
And again, how hard are the swats?
And a lot of it is just the embarrassment.
Humiliation.
Whether the other kids see it or you have to go down to the office and have it done, it's still a humiliation.
Oh, yes. The walk to the principal's office was horrible. I remember to this day.
Was the lady you were talking about, Russ, was her name Alice Farmer?
I don't know. Right, some stupid chick.
Well, it's probably her that, because I mentioned that because she was the author of the joint report from the Human Rights Watch and the ACLU. She went on to say, corporal punishment discourages learning, fails to deter future misbehavior, and at times even provokes it.
It's not going to provoke it because that's not something that you're going to choose on a menu.
Well, they're saying what their angle is that violence begets violence.
It's not violence. It's smacking somebody on the ass. Knock it off.
In school, to get your attention, like I would spank my kids to get their attention. Not like you got, Russ, where you go into your room, you put your pants down.
I'm getting hurt, then you crawl out the window.
No.
And with Coach Allen, there was no anxiety when you screwed up. He was like a freaking North Korean. He'd jump out of some mop closet. And,
he was just happened to be there everywhere.
It didn't make any difference where you were in the school. It was Florence, when I was going to Florence High School.
Okay, so he
was a god ninja.
So he punished all the kids? The principal didn't ever do it?
I don't know. I just saw he was omnipotent.
We had Coach Carter did the same thing. Scary man. But again,
that's their gig.
Okay, but that works for people like you or myself, who you get popped once. I still remember to this day, and that was one time that it happened. I think they're talking about kids that are not going to respond to one spanking, and they're going to get worse and get more belligerent.
Then kick them out, or just pass them, be done with it.
Don't teach them anything.
What difference does it make? They don't want to be there. I think I don't know if you guys have the story or not. DISD is either in the process of passing new guidelines, or they already have
on their grading system.
Yeah, if a kid has an absence, even if it's unexcused, you don't get a 0 for missing a test. You flunk a test, I think you get a chance to take it again.
I read that story yesterday. It said it came out in a memo the first time, and it was incorrect. They said they give you one more chance to pass. The way it was written is like you can keep taking it until you pass it. The way the actual law is, the rule in school is you get one more chance. If you fail it, you want to take it again, you can take it one time.
There's no timeline. I mean, there's no penalty for skipping. If you got an unexcused absence, then you get a 0. You don't get to take the test or whatever you missed again. And you know what? Just pass them. Get them out of the school. They don't want to be there. It's not going to change anything as far as society goes. You can't drag them to school. Just get them out.
I think they want to give kids...
Make room for kids that actually are there to get something.
I think they just want to give kids hope of, okay, I failed that test. I was in class. Let's say I didn't just skip the day. I was in class. I got a 50.
But you also have the ones that don't care, that are going to take advantage of this. Those are the ones, just pass them. Let them go. Just give them 69 or 70 and let them go.
Again, why even have a school system that...
Because you have some kids that actually want to get something out of it. The ones that don't, get rid of them, make more room for the other ones. And stop wasting the teacher's time trying to focus on some kid who couldn't give a rat's ass.
At what grade do you do that? What's the cutoff?
4.
4 years old?
Okay, yeah. Preschool.
If they're not going to participate, you just kick them out. Let them go through. Give them a 70. You got a 70, go to college. Get out of here.
What difference does it make?
Well, in the long run, you're right. Those kids aren't going to come back. They're not going to learn. In the long run, you're correct. Short term, you can't make that a policy.
All the time that the teachers they spent on that student that never was going to produce anything, just let them go.
Well, you don't know they're not ever going to. I mean, sometimes kids hit a point where then they realize, I got my life ahead of me, and then they start taking school seriously. Now, you at this point...
Some of them don't. The ones that don't, let them go. Pass them. Get them out.
But at what point do you make that call?
4th grade.
So if they're not learning...
That's old enough to know. What are you, 11, 12?
By 10.
All right. You should have a handle on things by then.
I don't think so.
Do we need a break?
Just pass them, let them go. You can't just make a blanket policy.
You don't have to make a blanket policy. You can look at certain kids and you know nothing's going to come out of this. Stop wasting your time, the disruption in the class, all your resources, and get them out. They don't want to be there. Help a brother out.
But somebody has to make that decision in a school.
I don't care who it is. Just get rid of them.
Have the coach do it.
Let them go.
They already do that for the most part themselves by the time they reach whatever age it is that they can legally drop out on their own. I leave it at that, because otherwise if you just shoo them through, you're just making, the rest of society crap.
Some of these kids are going to be idiots regardless.
Sure they are, but that doesn't mean you should, just hand them a sheet of paper saying that they're not total idiots.
You make them at least stay and suffer, like the rest of us had to.
Well, what difference does it make if they know they're an idiot or not? They get out in the real world and they realize they screwed up. Maybe you want to go back and get a GED or take some type of vocational training, but it's not fair to the other children that actually sit there and they want to get something out of this experience. It's not fair to them. And I really hate to be the voice of reason, but sometimes it just clicks.
Anytime that it's a simple answer like that, unfortunately, it's not that simple.
It is simple.
Well, it is.
You got kids that are disruptions that don't want to be in school, that do nothing but just they eat up resources, and you get nothing out of it. You get no productivity. Get rid of them. 10th grade. Let them go. Well, get them some type of honorary degree.
At 10th grade, I think you can do that.
Let them blow out engines. What? Something easy.
Something easy.
You got to flame up, put them in charge of blowing them. That way, if something happens to them, you don't really care.
The fire department standbys. The engine relight people.
Get up there.
Let me see your GED.
Take this.
Yeah.
Take it. Get up there.
Okay, I got it.
At a plane.
All right.
That engine flamed up earlier.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take this.
Tell me what to do.
Go up.
I'd like to go back to school.
No.
If I could.
Mm-mm.
I've seen the error of my ways.
No.
No.
Take this. Go up there and check that.
I so want to go back to school.
Too late.
Embrace it.
Mm-mm.
GED?
No. We have your future. Best friends forever. Take it out of here. We need a break? Yes. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. It's that good. The Russ Martin Show.
Army with harmony.
We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Dave, drop a load on it.
Call Russ, who is impervious to all that surrounds him. Now at 214-787-1053.
What is line 2, Alfie? Or 3?
She's a teacher in a local school.
All right. Yes, Heather.
Hey, I just called to tell you you're pretty spot on. You can usually tell by about 10 or 11 years old, I can tell you which kids in my class are going to be dropping out because they just flat don't care. And when they have that kind of attitude, there's not a whole lot you can do to change them. So,
and I really don't know, taking the shtick aside, if 10 or 11 is a good bookmark, a mile marker, whatever I'm looking for.
Yeah, that seems a little early.
To be able to gauge if a kid's going to make it or not, because a lot of that is, almost all of it's the parenting. And you still got a lot of time. You got a lot of time to where you can rework that kid as an educator.
Yeah, and you try. I mean, I try every day with some of those kids, but sad fact is, a lot of those kids that aren't getting it at home don't care to hear it from me, and they are waiting until the moment that they can drop out of school. They don't care. And with the new grading policy that has been talked so much about in Dallas, we're just giving those kids an out. You know, they can say, I don't have to turn anything in, and you still have to give me a certain grade. You know, I know you can't fail me. So a lot of those kids, it's sad, but it's true.
So you get them out. You pass them, give them something that just says, yeah, you came to school. And then you make room for somebody else
that cares, that we can make a difference with.
All right. What age can you drop out of school?
Well, technically they're not supposed to until high school. They can still, in elementary school, they're still hauling these parents off the truancy court and fining them. A lot of the kids that I teach drop out in about 7th or 8th grade. They're done.
I don't think she knows. Okay.
So we're talking about, they're 10 years old in 5th grade, 11, 12, maybe 12 years old. These kids are starting to drop out of school.
Perfect. Thank you.
You weren't far off.
Dan, did you find the story? Just give it to me. Give me the nutshell.
Yeah, okay. Well, teachers have derided the new rules as being too lenient.
This is DISD.
Yes. As far as being too lenient on lazy students by requiring teachers to accept late work without a penalty, give retests to students who fail, and force teachers to drop homework grades that would drag down a student's class average. Dr. Hinojosa, the superintendent, asked teachers and parents to consider that in the long run, the rules will help more students succeed. He says we want to make sure that students are mastering the content of their classes and not just failing busy work.
Well, then you rework the curriculum. If you're giving them different courses, assignments that don't really do them any good long term, drop that, focus on whatever they really need, and stop cutting kids slack as far as, well, if it was late, sorry, no penalty.
At one point,
because you're not preparing them for reality.
Instead of just shoving them through, though, possibly you're kind of on it. You got to hit a good point there. Maybe there's a secondary.
I'll give them till 11.
That's kind of young. I mean, it's
all
still...
right, possibly 12. But when does the hair start growing in?
13.
All right. I'll give you that.
Around 13. Maybe you have a separate school where, you're right, it just is life lessons. And it's a reduced curriculum, and it's just checkbooks and basic get through it. And you don't actually you get some other things.
You're still dealing with idiots.
Well, and again, we go back to the paddling thing. Some kids that's going to work on. Some kids, it's just not.
Okay.
So Trey made a great point during the break. Of all the human rights issues, why are we worried about paddling kids?
In the United States, where they have probably the kids are being paddled because they're spending too much time on their 360 or Wii or whatever, and you've got.
Well, that goes back to whatever's happening at the house. CNN, and then I'm done with this. CNN just ran a story. I don't know what state this is. I've got it frozen up there. Kid was in class shooting rubber bands at somebody. They told him a couple times, knock it off. He didn't. Went to the principal's office, got 2 swats. I also want you to notice what he's wearing on his T-shirt.
All right.
Which TV is that, Trey?
3.
Of course, I felt really strange, having this guy hit me, but I felt really uncomfortable, of course.
That angered Joe's mother, Andrea, who says she had earlier written a...
What kind of shirt do you got on?
The old symbol of the old
Soviet Union. Why is he wearing that?
Why? Well, I have no clue. But you're right.
I think that's indicative of his behavior from the start.
I like how I was getting a paddle and it was very uncomfortable. No, it wasn't meant to be fun.
They told you to knock it off the first time.
I felt out of place.
Well, that's the entire goal. You don't see a line of people waiting to get in at Six Flags if you think you're going to get paddled.
Is that his mother? Does she have any comment?
Yeah, that's actually the chick that I saw earlier today. She said that's just the lazy way out. The lazy way out, you're not doing anything.
You don't do anything. Let them sit there and disrupt the whole class.
Letter to the school expressing her vehement opposition to corporal punishment and demanding that her son be exempted from the practice.
It's like the quick and dirty way of dealing with discipline problems. And I think I agree. I think it's the lazy way of dealing with kids who might be under-challenged and bored in class.
Under-challenged is the reason that he's not doing anything.
You can tell, you can see it in his eyes. He's like, he's never been disciplined. There's a difference. Some kids, you can discipline them with a look.
That's the lazy way. Well, if you resort to the paddling, you're being lazy.
Anybody can hit.
Obviously, she spent too much time at the buffet as opposed to spending time with her child and letting him wear a Soviet Union T-shirt.
On anywhere would be one thing, but you knew you were going to be on TV. Well, I let your kid wear that, and why would you look like that?
A, because he wants to, and B, because she has to.
And if she thinks it's lazy, she never saw my dad swing a belt.
Yeah, there's a lot of effort in that.
It's very aerobic.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you ready to go again? I'm done with the DISD thing.
Sure.
All right. All right, go ahead.
Okie dokies. The Dallas Zoo has decided to keep Ginny, who's 32.
Who is that?
Their lone African elephant, after weeks of controversy over whether she should be sent to a zoo in Mexico. The Dallas Zoo originally planned to close its elephant exhibit and send Ginny away while it built a much larger exhibit here, but the zoo's idea to loan Ginny to the Africam Safari Park in Puebla, Mexico, generated thousands of emails and phone calls in protest. Opponents wanted Ginny to instead be retired to the Elephant Sanctuary in Hohenwald, Tennessee. Well, the Dallas Zoo has now decided to expedite the construction of its new exhibit and will just keep Ginny here.
I got an email from that chick.
Well, she's not going to have a mate.
No, she'll have no other elephant, at least for now, until they finish up the new exhibit.
All right.
The chick that called a few weeks ago and said, have Russ help us save Jenny. I got an email from her today going, tell Russ thank you. I said, I'm not sure that he really did anything. Didn't he say ship it off to Tennessee? But it's staying here, so she wanted to say thank you.
Well, that seemed like the obvious option. If you send her to Mexico, I don't know why I'm talking about this elephant. If you send her to Mexico, she's probably going to die from the environment. If you send her to Tennessee, there's going to be other elephants around. And it's the same type of elephants. She's going to bond. She's got a better chance of living her entire life. That was easy. Or keep her here. Didn't make any difference to me.
We kept her here. She wanted to say thank you for saving Jenny. It was a big deal to her.
Well, don't come after me for any other animals. I'm spent. What?
That was a breaking news email from the morning news yesterday.
Jenny stays.
Yeah. Wait, really?
Yeah, that's the alert you need. You mean Jenny Jones? All right, go ahead, Dan.
All right. The Catholic Diocese of Kansas City, St. Joseph, on Tuesday agreed to a $10 million settlement in a clergy sex abuse case. The $10 million will settle 47 claims against 12 priests. Some of the claims actually date back 50 years. In addition to the $10 million payment, the settlement includes 19 non-economic points, including that the bishop write letters of apology to the victims and their families. The settlement also specifies that...
How is that going to undo any grief I went through as a child being sexually abused?
Wouldn't that all... I
hate to go to another serious topic, but... And $10 million? To use Dan's line, really? How do you equate almost 50 years of abuse and keeping it under wraps? How do you get $10 million out of that?
Yeah, your diddling is worth $4.7 million.
Why does it... How do you come up with a number that's so low?
You know,
and you abuse children, sexually abused, they go on, and a lot of them abuse their children.
And that's actually the other part of their settlement.
Hurry up, wrap this up and get impressed.
It also
got no monkey stories.
Actually, I do, and that's coming up next.
All right.
I just wanted to get this out of the way. The settlement also specifies that the diocese can no longer offer job recommendations for those priests.
All right.
That's a good one to throw in.
Well, now you can't list it on your resume. No way to get another job. That's it.
Again, you're right. It doesn't undo anything. Nor when somebody kills somebody, they get $10 million. Okay, I feel better. No, the damage is still done. But again, they have to do something to these people other than lock them away.
Why just $10 million?
That's probably... It's the settlement.
It's probably what?
That diocese may not have a lot of money, number one. And number two...
I don't care. Give me the church.
They may have just said, we've had enough, let's just end this, and that was the number they came to. It is a good thing, though, that they can't offer recommendations for priests, because that means they can't just pass them along to other churches and say, oh, yeah, Father so-and-so, he's great.
Well, then what you do is, if you're a priest and this came up in the past, you don't mention that church. I never was there. They can't, they're not going to call them, they're not going to check, and you're still in the clear. That's no consequence.
And they've done that for how many years?
Well, they said this particular diocese went back 50 years.
And you're right. How many kids?
Get to the monkey story.
A monkey stopped morning commuters in their tracks at one of Tokyo's busiest subway stations this week.
Hell yeah.
As it curiously peered down at them from its perch atop the departures and arrivals board. Monday marked the third time.
You're going to be late.
What? There's a monkey on that board.
Train's here.
He's pointing at me. He's on my train.
Monday marked the third time a monkey has been spotted in the capital of Tokyo this month. Surprising, because the monkeys usually live in the mountains and hills outside of Tokyo, more than a 2-hour train ride away from the city center.
Maybe they got on the train.
That's my thinking.
And nobody noticed a monkey on the train.
If nobody says anything after 2 hours, maybe you don't want to be the one to point it out.
But I just think it's funny how this paralyzed Tokyo today. A monkey on a board. It's a monkey on a board. Where'd it go?
And they actually held up green nets and tarps trying to coax the animal down from the overhead electronic board. So the monkey jumped over the officers' heads, leaped into the crowd, and scampered out of the station with police in hot pursuit. The monkey got away.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. They have video of it. It's like the monkey's... Oh, you see monkey butt. Stairs.
What good's the video going to do? They're going to put out some kind of AP.
Be on the lookout. I just think it's funny. They had him surrounded and he still got away. I'm getting out of here. Irritating me.
Go ahead. Okay. In a sharp turnaround, Republican John McCain has opened a 5-point lead on Democrat Barack Obama in the U.S. presidential race and is seen as a stronger manager of the economy. He leads Obama among likely U.S. voters by 46-41, taking out his 7-point advantage in July and taking his first lead in the Reuters Zogby poll.
What is line 4, Alfie?
He's serious about that, though. He says that his grandfather is trying to get a lawsuit going against the Catholic Church.
Hang on, I'll ask him. Yes, Eric.
Hey, I don't know if you care about it or not, but I just want to let you know my grandfather is actually in the process. He's already done it, but he's going to be suing the Catholic Church for 22 years of tithing because he's talked to my grandma about it, and they've come to the conclusion they don't want their 22 years of tithing to go to get these Catholic priest perverts off the hook.
Are you talking about one church or the entire Catholic Church?
Well, it's actually the entire Catholic Church because it's actually an umbrella. The lawyer that he spoke with said because, his Catholic Church, there's not a priest in there, that's being prosecuted for child molestation.
Well, hang on. Have any of the priests been accused? Obviously not all priests are molesters, or the Catholic Church would have folded years ago.
I understand that, but as the Catholic Church as a whole, because it's what the lawyer told him was an umbrella factor, was the whole church is categorized as one entity. If you can't sue this. You can't
sue an individual church. You got to sue.
Exactly.
You got to sue all of them.
You can sue a person in that church, but you can't sue that actual church.
Is there a way? I got it. Is there a way for him to go back and prove what he's tithed over the past 20 years?
But absolutely. He's got 22 years. I say we, but I've seen all of them. He's got 22 years. I mean, of spotless tithing, and we're talking anywhere between $200 and $250 a Sunday.
Is he writing them checks?
Writing them checks, and he's been doing it for 22 years.
All right. Well, then you got some kind of track record. I doubt. Thanks. I doubt you're going to get anything. But it's a way to go.
Just to make a point, and also if you're not looking for damages, if you're just looking for your cash back, you might get something.
Well, just go back to church, and when the plate comes around, take some out.
No, I don't think that's the way to do it. Stealing is not the way to.
That's not stealing.
It's stealing from the church. That money was given by somebody else.
It hasn't gone to the church yet. It's still in the plate.
The plate belongs to the church. Yes, that's stealing.
No, it's not.
Somebody else gave that money. Maybe they want their money to go to the priests.
Well, but he wants his cash back.
He doesn't get to take it from me if I'm sitting in the pew next to him.
It's all right with me.
Well, of course it is. I've been to
take
church
a big
with
handful.
This is fine.
It's for the needy.
Put it back. It's for the needy, for the church. But Dan's got me now.
All right. Go ahead then, Dan.
With the new Cowboys Stadium in Arlington set to open in 2009, the team is ready to begin its final season in Texas Stadium. Marketing this year as the farewell to Texas Stadium, the team will host an open practice at the stadium tonight beginning at 7 o'clock. It's the first practice open to the fans in about 15 years. It'll include live entertainment, performances by the Cowboys cheerleaders, and in-stadium interviews with players and coaches, including an on-field autograph session with former players that runs from, now to about 20 more minutes. And that's for the first 1,000 fans who enter the stadium. Admission is free.
How many preseason games have they played?
Two.
They lose both of them?
Yep.
Yes.
Who's playing?
The starters play for about one series, and then
that's what the next story is.
Yeah.
T.O. was talking about the fact that everybody relaxed. We lost 2 games. Nobody's in that counts. It's like.
No, that's why Trey said you don't bet on the preseason games. You got too many variables. The starters aren't always playing. They don't play the entire game. It's too big of a crapshoot.
In Houston, we play Houston this week?
Yeah, Friday.
And I think they said the starters are going to play the second half, so we'll finally actually see what the team will look like.
Would that be a better game to bet on?
It's still dicey because, you're still, they're trying to really start paring down the roster. So you're going to see people in there that
they're giving a last shot before they start doing the cutbacks.
Yeah.
I ain't betting on that one.
Yeah, Terrell Owens scoffs at any notion that there's a reason to worry about the Cowboys after losing the first 2 preseason games. Owens said Tuesday, we'll be fine once the season starts, I promise you. So no concerns that the first-team offense was mostly ineffective in the second game after scoring a touchdown on its only possession in the first game.
Well, yeah, you got guys playing that you don't even know if they're going to be with the team for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
that's not even an issue.
It's not even fun to watch.
That's why I'm not betting on them.
And this is the part, like JD said, this to me is interesting because I don't recall this happening before. They're expected on Friday night in the third preseason game. Coach Wade Phillips said that he's going to play the starters in the second half against the Texans. I don't recall that happening usually.
Is there a reason for that, Trey?
Only
make it quick because I'm extremely bored with this show.
That he wants his second team to go up against Houston's first team.
Okay, so that's why they're flip-flopping.
That can be my only reason I can think of.
All right. Wow, he seems to know what he's doing.
So good feller.
Bums boy.
Well, a San Marcos police officer who allegedly told 2 Texas State University students en route to the emergency vet clinic.
I'll let this one go. You got nothing that's happy? You had that one monkey story at the tollway? There goes the paper shuffling.
Yeah. We find some more happy stories. Prayer versus medicine.
What is that one?
That's not happy.
Well, let me hear it anyway.
All right. Well, when it comes to saving lives, God trumps doctors for many Americans.
Oh. I'll read it anyway.
You want me to change out God for something else?
No, just go ahead and read it.
An eye-opening survey reveals widespread belief that divine intervention can revive dying patients, and researchers said doctors need to be prepared to deal with families who are waiting for a miracle. More than half of randomly surveyed adults, 57%, said God's intervention could save a family member even if physicians declared treatment would be futile. When asked to imagine their own relatives being gravely ill or injured, nearly 20% of doctors and other medical workers said God could reverse a hopeless outcome.
I don't want anybody administering medical attention to think that God's going to step in, because you're not going to really get their best shot at it.
Well, sure.
Well, I forgot to plug in the respirator. God will catch that for me.
Gotta get that plug over there. No, the other one.
I'd like somebody with a little more training that thinks, I'm going to do everything I can. If God wants to do something down the road, fine, but we're not going to depend on that.
I'd like to see how they asked that question. That's probably exactly what they said. After you've done everything you can physically do as a doctor, do you think spirituality has any part in it? And you'd have to say,
no.
Most people that believe in God believe in prayer.
I believe in God. I don't believe in praying for things to change.
I'm quite aware you
God wants to do things in his own way. If he's got his plan, then stop bothering the man.
Well, clearly they say 57% of people at least believe spirituality is something. Now, more so than meds, that's ridiculous. You know, that's the Christian scientists that believe that, and about every 3 years, some kid dies because his parents
won't take him to the doctor.
Yeah.
And I don't know why CPS doesn't step in and yank those kids out of there.
I believe the story last year, they actually did pursue the parents for just ignoring the child's sickness and saying, no, God will handle this one. But you go back to, that's my belief. That's what I believe in.
That's not going to do any good.
Well, it clearly didn't because the child
Obviously, God gave these people education for a reason and gave us the medical expertise to do things. Why would you ignore that? Leave the man alone.
God?
Yeah.
That's what God's there for. He's there first.
Who said that?
Well, that's the belief anyway. My pastors always told me that. My ministers.
Leave him alone.
You think God's up in some great big control room going, off me?
Yes.
He's not. That would be you, but that's not him.
You just, after a certain point, you want to thank me for something? Dandy, stop asking me for it, because I'm not going to do it.
It's a very angry God.
If I'm God, I got this gig probably because I'm the best guy for it. I'm not going to listen to somebody on a planet whose life is in ruins and they're praying for me to change something. You screwed up.
I want to say thank you, but I also want to ask you, will you help me out with this?
No.
Why?
You're welcome and no.
You're a bastard.
Really?
Yes.
How about a nice thumbtack hat? And then you can go spread the gospel of leaving me alone.
No, he's serious. You want to see my head? He's dead serious. Get off him.
God did that?
Yes. See the hole?
Oh.
Right there at the top.
I thought you were in Devo.
No.
We need a break? Oh, all right. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. You name the category, and this show is on time. The Russ Martin Show. Martin Show.
right, Daniel, let's go.
This last check of traffic here, and there's tons of nastiness going on. Well, because it's raining. In Dallas, per 408 southbound, the ramp to take I-20 eastbound, well, that's just closed because an accident's reported. That as you backed up all the way to Grady Nimblo Road. In Irving, 183 westbound at Loop 12, there's a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. And in Mesquite, 635 southbound at La Prada, there's an obstruction on the roadway. What's that obstruction? Well, someone left some lumber in the left center lane, so watch out for that. Other than that, it's raining and it's nasty outside, so if you're in your car, you're screwed. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Dan. All right, flood warning now for Collin County until 6 o'clock in the morning. Flash flood watch for Collin, Dallas, Rockwall, and Denton. That's until 7 o'clock, and pretty much an airport weather warning now has been issued for DFW Airport. We have 70 for the low and it'll be in the mid-90s tomorrow. We're 79 and raining now at Live 105.3.
Here's my $1,100.
I didn't bring $1,100 in here today.
Where's my cash?
I didn't bring it with me.
What did I tell you yesterday?
I didn't bring it. Well,
Why are you all wet?
I went outside this raining.
Why? What happened the last time you went outside and it was raining?
Well, it's not lightning right now. I almost got killed by lightning last time.
All right.
Just went out to get a breath of fresh air and it's raining.
It's raining.
I know, just a little bit. Not bad.
Where's my $1,100?
I don't have your $1,100. Didn't bring my checkbook. You said you wanted to cash your check. I haven't been to the bank yet. It's not my fault. You suck singing a song and got drunk.
What'd you say?
You said it. I didn't say it.
I told you after the Loverboy event back in 02, whatever, nobody lets me go on stage if they think I've had too much.
I totally didn't think you'd had too much. I really not want to
make any difference.
When you're back to the audio, well, I can't just walk up and give you a breathalyzer between each song. If you'd like that, I could do that, but somebody even emailed, I'm not your keeper. Hey, Russ, you can't be serious about holding JD or anybody else responsible or accountable for you being drunk on stage at Live 8. You're
on stage, yes. Behind a wheel of a car, no. I can't hold anybody else responsible. At an event, yes.
I didn't know.
Give me my $1,100.
I didn't know. You're almost 50 years old. You need somebody to babysit you?
Yes.
You're the one always talking about taking responsibility.
I do. But I also threw this out as a rule. You watch me, and if I look like I'm going to be an idiot on stage, you come fetch me.
You didn't look like an idiot. There was nothing. You weren't falling. You weren't air guitaring. You weren't kissing Mike Reno. You weren't doing anything. You were just singing. A little off. That was at the very end of the concert, too.
Very off.
It was at the very end of the show, too. And I did not know you'd been drinking that much. So how am I supposed to just hover over you and see what you're doing?
Let's see. He knew.
I didn't know.
Yes, you do.
Trey,
yes, you did.
Even left.
You always know.
How do I know?
You knew at Loverboy.
Well, that's true.
You decided to leave me out there, not just on stage drunk, on stage in a pimp outfit playing an air guitar.
It was...
My buddy left me out there.
It was a party. You were having fun. You weren't hurting anybody.
I don't know that.
If you were going to hurt yourself, I'd have stopped you. You weren't hurting yourself. You weren't hurting anybody, and it was your party. I'm going to walk up there and go, hey, you've had enough. Come with me.
I'm okay with that.
Tell me to screw myself.
I would not.
Oh, God.
Especially now that you've got the permission. If I look like I'm going to blow a song and embarrass the band, you come fetch me.
You're already in the middle of that song by the time.
It didn't make any difference how far I'm into it. You come get me.
By the time I knew you were going to blow it, it was way too late. It happened early. I mean, you started off.
So you knew I was blowing it.
The beginning of the song?
Yeah.
You were off. I just thought you catch yourself and get
I
back
didn't
on.
catch nothing.
Well, you had a little issue with the guitar at the beginning, too. I thought maybe that threw you.
No.
Yes,
it wasn't any technical issues.
It was the guitar, and you had a little issue, and then you got going, and there were parts of the song you did real well.
No.
There were parts of the song you did well.
I listened. Trey, you listened to the entire song?
Mm-hmm.
And?
No, there wasn't anything you did well on that.
Thank you. My $1,100.
How's it?
Trey wasn't there.
I know, but make him responsible for something. He didn't play in the band. Make him be your babysitter.
No.
Why?
Because that's your job. You make more money than Trey.
That doesn't mean
he doesn't make enough to watch me. I pay you enough to watch me. You watch me on stage. If I look stupid, you come get me. You give me my $1,100.
You didn't, and I'm not giving you $1,100 till you
I'll
didn't
give
look
you
stupid.
an option. You either give me my $1,100 or...
God! No!
I told you not to do that.
No.
You pick one.
Why is nobody else responsible for you?
You either give me my $1,100 or you march in there and you toss Gavin salad.
Or offer to kiss his nipples.
No.
No, I'm not tossing his salad. No. I don't have the check. I don't have it. And this is ridiculous that I'm having to pay because you're too irresponsible to get up on stage and not drink.
You're the sober one.
Yeah.
You're the designated singer.
Oh, God, have you picked the wrong guy? Have you heard my audio? And I was sober.
It doesn't make any difference.
Oh, I'm not responsible for you.
Give me my $1,100.
I'm not responsible for you.
You either give me my cash or you get in there and you get you some Gavin Starfish.
Gavin Starfish. Oh. You're grossing everybody out. Oh. Thanks.
Why does that sound like a band name? Starfish? No, Gavin Starfish. I don't know. It just rolls off the... Never mind.
Sounds like something out of the 60s.
Yeah.
Instead of Jefferson Starship, Gavin Starfish.
It's more of a tribute band.
No cash.
Alfie, I don't understand. What?
I mean, you don't get any cash, and I'm not going to eat his stuff.
Alfie, explain to me what line 2 is.
They're just saying that you didn't look out of the ordinary on stage. You looked fine. You weren't drunk or anything like that.
See?
What happened to my audio?
Okay.
I did, honestly, just to almost let this bit go, I didn't think I'd had too much to drink. I really wouldn't have gone out.
And whatever previous song you did not sound bad. You didn't sound drunk. By the time you got into Low Places...
So Burning Love was okay.
They were all great. The only one you did poorly on was Low Places. And really, to be honest, I thought you were tired.
I was tired. I'd been up all day.
And you've been up all day, and you'd already been on stage for over 2 hours. I'm not sure Garth Brooks could do it after a 2-hour show.
We picked Low Places to end the show because, regardless of your BAC, you can pull off a country song.
And the good news is everybody in the audience was right there with you.
I don't think so. Yes, Trudy.
I just wanted to say that Russ did just fine throughout the whole show. Friends in Low Places just happened to be the last song. I'm a country person. I thought he did it just for laughs because I just figured he was out there having fun, and that's what the purpose of Live 8 was for.
Exactly. I looked drunk.
You did look... That's not what she said.
That's exactly what she meant.
She said you did great. You didn't look drunk?
She said she thought he was doing it for laughs.
I'm not out there to be funny.
The fact is, you weren't. I didn't.
You better come in tomorrow with my cash.
I didn't. I'm not responsible for you drunk. How is it I in that hole? And you didn't look it. And you didn't sound it until you were already in that song.
That's not the issue.
The last song.
I was drunk.
The last song, I'm going to walk up, stop the concert, and go, you know what? You've had too much. Good night, everybody.
You do the BAC, people will think it's just part of the concert, goes along with a shtick, and if I blow any more than like a point, what?
Oh, wait.
I'm not asking. No, that's okay. And I'm not asking you, Chloe. Chloe don't blow into the point O's. He starts with the solid numbers.
He doesn't have time to mess with hundreds.
Yeah, get Chloe to be responsible.
I wasted my time blowing into that. I've only been drinking for 4 hours.
Better wait till I'm at least 2/10 in. Make it worth that air.
All right. I'll let you off now. Okay. Even though I've let you off before.
Okay. From now on,
we'll get a breathalyzer, and before I go out for the encore, if I blow more than a 0.0,
0.16.
Double the limit?
Please. I don't think that helps me.
Well, maybe he's cutting the difference between Chloe and JD. It's compromise.
0.23.
My God.
We'll decide at the scene.
Okay. We'll get a portable from now on. And when you're changing, I'll be right there by you.
Okay. What are those, Alfie? Harry?
Person on line 3 saying that you didn't look drunk at all, that nobody even noticed, even if you were drunk. And the guy on line 2 is wondering why there weren't any T-shirt sales at Live 8.
Well, I can only answer the second question. The other thing, we don't sell them. That'd be funny to sell.
Yes, it would.
Be very popular.
I think so.
Perhaps we'd get a monkey to run the kiosk.
How much you want?
That'll be $5.
All right. Oh,
thank you. Come again. Gavin.
Hang on just one second.
Gavin.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Working.
Who are you talking to?
Kurt?
Johnson?
Yes.
What do you want?
Just catching up.
About what?
Programming.
Am I bothering you?
No.
Keeping you away from the show?
No.
You don't seem to be paying attention?
What do you mean? I'm talking to my boss.
Oh. How come we weren't selling T-shirts at the at Live 8? That's what Alfie asked.
How come we weren't selling T-shirts?
No, well, he asked about T-shirts and something at the beginning of that. You want me to say it again and hit the delay?
Yes.
All right. Alfie wants to know why we weren't selling. We run out of those?
No.
Okay. Now, what about T-shirts?
T-shirts, would rather give them away than sell them. We tried selling them last year.
Okay. Did we give them away at Live 8?
Yeah, we gave some away.
How many?
Not many. We're on a tight budget this year.
I saw somebody come out there.
Well, if somebody wants to buy one, why wouldn't you give them the option to buy it?
Because honestly, I mean, we lost money on that aspect last year.
On selling T-shirts?
Yeah, I think like 10 people bought T-shirts.
All right. Well, maybe you should go with the first thing Alfie asked about.
That would be a hot seller.
If it's fresh. All right, Dan. All right. Any more of those, Alfie?
Line 4.
What is it?
He's saying if JD stopped the show, the crowd would have kicked his ass.
See?
I don't think so.
Absolutely. I'm going to get out there and make a decision for the whole group, the whole band, for Chuck, for everybody. They paid their money to be out there. You know what?
Those people paid to come out and raise money for the foundation. They deserve somebody that can actually get through a song.
And I really thought you could.
I didn't. You thought wrong, dude.
I didn't know that until you were already through it. I'm not going to stop the show and go, everybody get out of here. They would have kicked my ass. You're making the decision for everybody else. You little sober son of a bitch.
Okay.
Thank you. But from now on, I'll be the monitor.
All right. Chloe said JD's a flaming sombrero loaded for the end of the show?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what he did, but I don't care. What did he screw up earlier?
I gave you audio that he said was new, and it was actually 2 months old.
Oh, yeah. Did you put the new fireworks on it?
Yes, I did.
Those are not just what we normally put on. Those are huge.
Yeah, they're big.
Dynamite is what it is. A partial stick of dynamite. Please don't do that. It goes off right by your ears.
Okay.
You can't hear. You can't block your ears either. Your hands get burned.
All right. Stop being a fuck up.
Oh, dear God. That's not safe.
No, it's not safe. I'll tell you what. I'll give you another option. You either wear the flaming sombrero or you go in there and you eat Gavin's salad.
No. They touch Gavin anymore. Got in trouble last time I touched him.
All right.
I'll do the sombrero.
Thank you. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Would you like happy-ish or straight news?
Give me something ridiculous, like Russia's signing more ceasefire agreements. Was that what went on today? I saw something on CNN. Condoleezza, she went over there?
She went over there yesterday.
Brought more paperwork for them to sign.
Yeah, and they signed it, and they just haven't moved anything.
Why do they even bother? Why not just go no?
It's just to be pissy. Well, yeah, I'll sign it. Just hang over here. I'll sign it.
Oh, here. That's ceasefire. 10 pages. Sign that right there.
All right, good.
What was that noise?
Don't worry about it. Just give me the paperwork.
Well, here's the paperwork. Sign it.
Is there anything I need to
it's
initial?
It's a ceasefire, yeah. Initial.
Okay, I'll sign it right there.
What was the sound?
Will you focus?
I'm trying, but they keep getting interrupted by that noise.
What is it, Troy?
10 pages.
Well, they're also mad because the United States...
Who's mad?
Russia.
All right.
That the United States and Poland have signed a missile defense system where we're going to put a missile defense system in Poland right on their border. So Russia's now pissed off about that. They're threatening Poland, and they ain't moving their troops even more now.
Why they keep signing the ceasefires? I know. Personally, I think it's just to be a dick.
I think it's absolutely just to be an agitator and just basically flipping the U.S. off and going, what you going to do?
What are you going to do? No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what we sign, we're still going to do what we want.
Yeah, give me that. I'll initial it. I'll sign it. I'll buy anything. It doesn't make any difference.
If you would,
it's right here at the bottom. And I need to initial this.
It's 2 initials.
Ooh, that's loud.
One signature at the bottom.
Right down here?
Yeah, at the bottom.
All right.
Initial button.
Okay. And this will be the last time you'll ask me to sign one of these, yes?
Well, yeah.
Will you hurry?
This is a ceasefire.
Huh?
You're signing a ceasefire.
Exactly.
Right.
I think I've signed all your copies.
But you're not ceasing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so sorry I spent my time.
Why would they think the Russians really care about paperwork?
I don't know. I mean, now I think I really do.
Yeah, were we talking about putting missiles in Poland before it looked like the Soviets, the Russians were go back to the Cold War?
Oh, yeah, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now.
Well, that would piss me off, too.
Are they talking about also them putting some in Cuba?
They're talking about that. This is a missile defense system. It is not an offensive system that would.
Well, you don't know that. No, really. Because we say it's a defense system, it's still a missile.
True, but there's inspectors and other things that. We've even said, Russia, you can take a
we're
look
almost
at it.
asking for this.
It's a governmental oxymoron. No, it's a defensive missile.
Yeah.
There's no way for us to launch it without you guys coming after us. It's impossible.
Just looks like a missile to me. It's like the kind of...
It is, but if you'll notice on the side...
What?
It says defense.
Well, I know, but it looks just like that other one over there that says kill him.
But this one has the sticker that says for defensive purposes only.
Will you sign a pet? Never mind.
These are easier to spot. They got the little smiley faces on them.
So when I see that coming at me, I know
it's
there for my protection.
You screwed up. Go ahead, Dan.
So happy-ish or straight-ish?
Give me happy.
Okay. Well, last Friday in San Juan, Puerto Rico, the body of 24-year-old Angel Medina was found underneath a bridge. Police are investigating his death, but that's, of course, not the bizarre part. According to his family, Angel always said that when he died, he wanted to be standing upright at his own wake.
I've heard this story.
Or, as his brother Carlos put it...
Have you seen the pictures?
No, hang on. Let Dan finish the story before you show it to me.
He said Angel wanted to be happy and standing. So Angel's family had the funeral home use a special embalming treatment, and for his entire 3-day wake, Angel's corpse stood in the corner of his mother's living room wearing a Yankees cap and shades.
I didn't look at the link for the pictures.
Here we go.
All right.
There's two of them there.
All right. Do a slow reveal.
Yes. The next one's even more bizarre.
He's wearing a long sleeve pullover white shirt, and over that some kind of
graphic
black t-shirt. He's got a cross hanging around his neck. He's got his hands in his pockets, but he's got the cap and the sunglasses.
That's a close-up.
And the sunglasses he's wearing, was that GABA?
Let me go to the next one. I'm still looking at her standing in the corner.
I don't know if that's some type of designer, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I love also how they can position him so perfectly. Is if you look at him when he's standing in the corner, he's not just looking straight forward. They've actually got his chin up a bit, so it actually looks like if you walked in, he's giving you the what's up.
Yeah, and his hat's tilted just slightly,
as it would be if he were alive.
All right, Trey, there you go. And that's exactly what we're going to do to JD.
No.
Oh, yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
No, there'll be no stand-up wake.
We're going to stuff your ass.
No. Joey has very specific instructions to get me out of the country.
That doesn't make any difference.
Like we can't track you down.
No. You won't get anywhere near me. Unless I die in this room. No.
Then we're going to have your penis stuffed.
No, you're not.
Sticking straight out. That way we got a place to hang our scarves.
I believe I can determine what happens to my body after I die.
All right. Well, then you can object at the time.
I will strongly object.
Clother's the close-up of him in the corner.
He's going to stuff me and just leave me here in the studio?
Yeah.
Up against the electric guitar over here?
Why not?
Well, and that also, then we could...
I think it's probably illegal.
Yeah, but then we could actually change his position or demeanor on different days. Like make him hold a guitar one day.
No! It's guitar day for JD?
Different things, and we'll change it out throughout the year. Around the end of September, we'll dress up like a cowboy. Have you point out the state fair?
No. I'm not going to be big.
You got Halloween, you got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas. And Christmas you won't like.
I'm going on a diet to make sure I don't die before you guys.
Line 2? Yes, Cynthia.
Yes, Republican Tubbs Jones just died.
You lucky bastard.
Jeez.
Well, that's disturbing.
Why?
Damn right it's disturbing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Let Goulet off the hook. You got this one. You only had to have her for about 5 hours.
How many points is that?
She was 58, so 42.
I'm never letting Robert Goulet go.
I
trade him 24 hours later, he dies. He's on a ventilator. Man can't stay alive for a week or so.
No, it was 20.
I traded him for David Copperfield.
And you pushed for it, too. It was your idea, completely. But you got this one in 5 hours.
And according to this, she passed away 21 minutes ago. Stephanie Tubbs-Jones of Ohio has died. That according to the AP.
And it was a brain aneurysm?
Aneurysm, yeah. While she was driving a car.
Yes, while she was driving.
And the reason I traded for David Copperfield is I thought he was going to commit suicide. Robert Goulet is on a ventilator. That's really a safe bet for a while they're looking for lungs for him. What kind of man can't lie there and have something breathe for him? Can't live 24 hours.
Oh, man, with no lungs. He was
Obviously, they thought he could make it, or they would have pulled his lungs out and stuck him on a ventilator.
He just died.
It was a screw job.
Let that one go.
No.
You got this one.
That was
42.
What was the 20-some-odd point? That didn't make any difference. It was the day afterwards.
Mm-hmm. You were mad at Trey for a week. It wasn't Trey's fault. You gave him away.
Trey talked me into it.
I did not.
I didn't want David Copperfield.
The hell you didn't. In fact, I think it was a 2-for-1 trade.
I gave you somebody else?
I believe so. You were dying to make that deal go.
Who else did I give you?
I want to say like Oral Roberts or somebody like that.
All right, keep him. And I want Paul Newman off my Deadpool because he's baiting me.
No, he's
on my Deadpool. So yes, he can be off your Deadpool.
All right.
He's not baiting anybody. The man's dying. He's saying goodbye to his family.
He's riding around in a wheelchair just to taunt me.
Sit back down, Russell, watching.
Go ahead, Dan.
By the way, that gives you taking the lead now on the Deadpool at 93 points total. I'm in second with 47.
What is this, third week in August?
Yeah.
Yeah. September, October, November, December. 4 months, and I got this one wrapped up.
I think you win this year. Unless something strange happens.
I've actually got Ernest Borgnine on mine, but after the audio from Fox and Friends yesterday, I don't think he's ever going to die.
Well, you only get 9 points out of him.
I know, but they all add up. I got Tony Snow, and that was a gold mine.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one.
Who's got Winehouse?
I do.
Russ does.
Oh, damn.
What happened to her?
Oh, nothing.
She's going to live forever.
Think it's a Courtney Love syndrome?
That and Russ traded, for her. I got Paul Newman from Russ.
No, because almost every week she's into or out of rehab, jail. She's on some type of new drugs. She's having blood delivered to her house. This one's a shoe-in. I just don't know when.
No, that's why I think she's going to keep living. She's built up a tolerance to all this crap.
Bitch better not live to piss me off.
And that's the other reason why I think she'll
I just don't understand why she doesn't have somebody around her. Look where your life is at this point. You got different drugs that are just flowing through your system. Things are so bad that you got to prepare for an overdose at the house with needles and blood.
Had blood delivered on a motorcycle. That was very bizarre.
And if you're that big of a celebrity, you really should have people around you just to set you aside and go, look, you got plasma coming in every day on a motorcycle.
That's the most bizarre. But look what Britney Spears did. Cut her hair off. She had people around her. Still couldn't control her. You get to a point, you got that kind of money, you don't care. You can do anything you want.
All right. How we doing, Chloe?
Eat a break.
Read one more, Dan.
Pat Green may think twice next time.
And this is exactly the way that you end a country concert.
Oh, shut up.
May think twice next time before asking for a cold one. The Jackson Citizen Patriot reported
Stop it. Read it.
Well, he was performing Saturday night at the Michigan International Speedway after NASCAR's Carfax 250 race.
Big show.
Patriot reported late in his show. He asked out, anyone got a beer?
It's not funny.
One can soared onto the stage. Then the second can. Then the second can came flying from the crowd and hit Pat Green right between the eyes, knocking his ass out.
It's not funny. Pat's a very good guy, very nice and great singer.
Perhaps next time you'll specify not in a can.
Could I have a cup?
Or perhaps hand me one.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
I'm not signing it. We can look at houses for my mom longer. I'm in no rush. Her lease runs out. This is August. I think it's this month or next. Might be September. I like the house that we looked at.
I think you did like it. You liked it. Your mom loves it. They came down.
They still want me to buy their TV sets and their pots.
For half what they initially asked.
I don't care.
I'll pay the other.
I don't want you to pay for it. I'm not going to have somebody try and sell me a house and then throw TVs in. You got to buy this. My mom doesn't watch the 37-inch that I gave her. She won't let me hook up satellite because she thinks the dishes are ugly. I'm not buying her another 2 TVs in a house. She's not going to watch them.
Okay, then I'll buy them. Let me buy them for myself.
And you give me the money?
Well, the sellers want the money.
Oh.
We'll take that. We'll take that out. I'll write the check. I'll take the TVs. That way it's not part of the deal.
So I'm not out any cash for the TVs?
No.
I don't want it.
Dear God, don't let me ever negotiate anything with you, ever under any circumstances. Do it.
You didn't mind when I negotiated your contract 3 or 4 years ago.
No, you helped me out then, but I mean...
Okay, well, that's normally that's the person that you want in there negotiating something.
I guess, but you're just killing him. You're beating him to death over something that won't cost you anything.
Trey's handled a house purchase for me before. He knows how I am.
Why would he do it again? Yeah.
I don't know.
Trey, this is your
he
own
said,
fault.
I'll help your mom out. I'll cut down on the rate that I'm going to charge.
Yes, right. And let me ask you something. On one of the other houses, when he took the pool water with him,
I didn't really take the water. But he thought I did at the time.
He thought you did it at the time.
Now, I did go take the flowers.
When you took the flowers, that's my other one. Why would you ever work with him again? Well, you go, hey, I got another buddy that I'll hook you up with. He's new in the business.
And I bought those flowers after they said they wanted the house. So those were my flowers.
But that's just... I mean, that's just being an ass just for the sake of being an ass.
I wanted those flowers. Chloe, can you go help me?
Yeah, those are nice flowers.
Yeah, y'all just tossed them around.
I think I threw them away.
I think you did too.
Yeah, I believe you did.
Threw some in the neighbor's yard.
They're still my flowers.
But why?
And you're lucky I didn't really drain the pool because that was my water.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Yes, it does.
Well, the law says otherwise.
The law doesn't say that I got to throw in utilities.
The law says you were selling the house in a certain condition. They put it under contract with water in the pool.
I never said water was going to be in the pool.
That's
that's an assumption, and that's your fault.
No, that's a normal assumption that you're going to leave the house in the manner in which they found it. And an empty pool isn't how it came.
All right. Let's say they look through the house and all the tubs are full. They going to come get me because I drained them?
No.
That's the same thing.
No.
I'm draining the pool.
No. It's not normal for people to leave tubs full of water. It is normal to leave pools full of water.
It was the summer. Things evaporate.
It's very hot here.
And JD's right. Why would you help me buy a house?
Ever.
I understand you said you'd do it because it was for my mom. But knowing that I go back and I take flowers and I threaten to drain pools, this is your own doing. I have nothing to do with this, and I don't want that house, and I don't want the TVs that they're trying to make me buy. My mom doesn't watch TV. She doesn't like television. She gave it up after Jake and the Fat Man.
The TVs aren't an issue anymore.
But they're making somebody buy them.
No,
Very nice.
He's learned.
Yes.
You just told me half a minute ago they still had to be purchased.
I just got a text message that said
sure he's graduated. Little boy's grown up.
He's getting a gold star.
I still think someplace in this contract is going to show those TVs as part of the addendum and the pots.
I bet it doesn't.
White out.
None of the papers you're going to read.
I just don't like being forced to buy something, especially something I don't need. My mother's got plenty of TVs. If I wanted some more, I go to Star Power. If I buy a house, she's getting a free house. I don't care if it's an investment or not.
That part of the contract, that page, it's over with. It's done. It's not. It is no longer an issue.
So I have no more argument.
Nope.
All right then.
So you bought the house?
No.
It's a good deal.
I don't care anymore.
Oh. Your mom wants a house. She loves it. It's a perfect place for her.
It is. Got a backyard for a dog.
Uh-huh.
Very nice. We say 3 or 4 bedrooms.
It's a 4 and a 3 baths.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect house.
About 2,000 square feet.
Exactly what she needs.
Be a great rental property. And should you ever...
All right, what's going to happen to the TVs when they take them off the walls?
You'll never know they were there.
If they're mounted to the walls, I'm probably going to notice.
Nope.
They're going to put up TVs just like them. Is that the issue?
What?
They're going to put up TVs that look just like the ones that used to be there?
Your mom's going to get some lovely housewarming gifts. And I think she'd appreciate that. So I'm sure she doesn't have a lot of pottery.
I don't need all those freaking pots.
You're not getting them.
My mother doesn't need those pots.
Then, if she doesn't want them, then we'll get them out of there.
But they're still making me buy them.
They are not making you buy them.
She doesn't like pots.
Yes, she does. She's an old woman. Old woman like to plant things.
She's going to like the one that she's going to live in. You go live with your flowers. I'll dwell on it. I just don't like somebody pushing things on me, especially things I don't need. She don't need TVs.
It's not being pushed on you.
That house has plenty of windows. Open a couple of them and just tell them each one's a different channel.
It's not an issue. They're not being forced on you.
Here's the neighbor channel.
Yes, I like that one.
The backyard. There's the street.
I like the street channel.
It's all high def. It looks a little fuzzy. Take the screen off.
My God.
We got anything else before we go?
Daniel.
Lots of stuff, yes. This from Men's Health. Something that women look for at your apartment or place the first time they come over. What is it that they look for?
Pots. TVs that I don't need. Is this a quiz, or are you going to tell me?
I'm going to tell you. It's actually, you're close. A nice view comes in at 5%.
All right. Pictures of dogs.
I'll take that. Family photos comes in at 6%.
All right.
The things she looks for when she first comes over.
I would say cleanliness.
That would actually take the top spot, being a clean bathroom.
Oh, I'm not in this one.
No, you're not. Even when your house was clean, your bathrooms are nasty. Back when you had that apartment, there was dirt, literally dirt in the tub. I'd open it up. You had that Mickey Mouse. I still remember you had that Mickey Mouse curtain, and you open up, and there was dirt in there.
Why are you looking at my tub?
I always look at people's tubs.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something to do while you're whizzing. They happen to be right there. I want to see if he's clean, if he's dirty. You're a pig.
Why do you have a Mickey Mouse curtain?
That was when I lived in an apartment.
You're still a grown man.
So?
Do you got a kitty curtain?
How old do you think Mickey Mouse is?
I don't know. It's a cartoon.
How dare you?
Oh, no.
I don't know why I had it. Might have been a gift. Doesn't make any difference. But it covered up the dirt in the tub. And those are apartment tubs, and they just seem to collect stuff. They're hard to clean, and certainly not worth the effort.
Ever.
You stand in the back of the tub where things can't get you.
You know what I used to do? Anytime I dated a chick for the first time, go to the bathroom, open up the medicine cabinet. If there were more than 3 bottles of anything, last date.
Well, you also look and see what they're on.
Well, yeah, all the stuff that they potentially might be on.
All right, what else is on the list, Dan? Because we still have to get to JD's flaming sombrero.
Yes. They like to see that you have no roommate. That comes in at 6%. You're on your own. Evidence that you cook is 8%.
All right, I got that one.
Lots of books, 9%.
No.
Nice furniture, 14%.
Iffy.
And then there's that speed bump in your road, clean bathroom. Top spot, 49% is what women look for the first time over.
I'm not good with bathrooms.
No, you certainly were not. Well, picking up your clothes in your bedroom either.
Why were you in my bedroom? What was this? You on some kind of
I looked
tour?
I was in your bedroom. I looked all over your house. Oh, why would I look in your bedroom? And when you moved out, I'm sure that carpet didn't have to be replaced because it never saw the light of day. All your clothes all over the carpet.
Where were you in my bedroom?
I was in there a couple different times. One time you were...
You go in there and screw in my bedroom?
No, I didn't go in and screw in your bedroom. You were sick and passing out. At one time, I made sure you were safe. Another time, you just had some surgery, and I came to check on you and bring you food.
Oh.
I think those were only 2 times I was actually in your bedroom without you watching me every second.
You screw in my bedroom.
I didn't ever screw in your bedroom. Wait a minute, let me think. Oh, yeah, that 4th of July party we did. Everybody was outside, remember?
No, I wasn't there.
Well, everybody was outside. And, yeah, me and my girlfriend went back into your bedroom. Briefly.
You screwed on my bed?
Briefly.
I still have that bed. You're buying it.
I'm not buying the bed.
I'm not sleeping in that thing knowing that you're...
It's been years.
Fluid's been shooting all over it.
That's been 15 years ago.
That doesn't make any difference. That stuff doesn't die.
It certainly does. I didn't get anything on it. We didn't have time to get anything really on it, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
Well, nothing really got on it.
You're old. Things just come out.
They don't. Nothing comes out of me, and she was the one on the bottom anyway.
All right, I'll keep it. Why is it you feel like you got to go screw every place you go? Is this just some kind of conquest thing? Marking your territory, dropping the old man juices on everything, sleeping on my couch naked, dribbling all over it, so then I got to sell the couch.
Nobody dribbled on your couch. I did.
You slept on my couch naked. I get up in the middle of the night. I don't know why I let you stay over. I see you in the fridge, and it was just... Granted, it was very complimentary light.
Yes.
But it looked like seeing a Bigfoot walking in the woods. And he just turns around, looks at me like, ooh.
Didn't know you were going to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting this stuff.
You get up at somebody's house, you wrap your stuff up.
It was 35 feet from the...
I still had to see it.
I didn't know you were going to be awake. It didn't occur to me. I was barely awake myself. You scared the hell out of me.
Have you ever screwed in this current house?
Let me think.
Actually, I thought you did in the upstairs.
Yeah. In one of the bathrooms.
You go screw upstairs?
Of course. I stayed there for 2 weeks.
Which room? So I can hose it down.
Oh, and several of them, actually. We stayed there for 2 weeks when you first moved in, remember?
I thought I told you when you came and stayed with me there would be no screwing.
I'm not going 2 weeks without sex, just so you don't...
Go shoot in the bushes.
We were upstairs. You gave me a bedroom and
blow it out the window. I told you there'll be no fluids in this house. Open up a window and shoot it out.
That'd be great when you're outside mowing the lawn.
No, yeah, our window looked out on.
I can see Greg Ellis next door, and he's got a fountain upstairs. We need a break before Lycus. All right, and you'll get the sombrero ready.
Yes.
All right.
I want one of those.
You must have a leak in it because it don't go long. It's a god ugly figurine.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Soap opera, The Russ Martin Show. We're back to The Russ Martin Show.
Coming to ya on a dusty road. Good loving, I got a truckload. And when you get it, you got something.
All right, so Janie to make it back before the spots?
No.
I'm a soul man.
Why don't you spin the wheel for him? Kill time till he comes back. What do you got?
Kiss Alfie's nips.
How many times is that on there?
Like 5.
No. Change some of those out tomorrow. Did you give the 2-minute warning in the hallway?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
He actually said before when we were leaving, he goes, 2 minutes.
He gave it for me.
Who did? JD?
I told JD 2 minutes. He yelled it.
Okay. We'll wait. Hey, man, that guy's got a jack-o'-lantern beating off upstairs out his window. White people buy anything. Where the hell did he get something like that? Animated. I never seen one of them move. Must have got it at Garden Ridge. That's where they have all the nice stuff. Some kind of big-headed thing. You ain't get back and forth out the window. Probably some kind of jack-o'-lantern. It's got the head for it. That is so... Does that seem nasty to anybody else that he's going through my house screwing?
Yeah.
I mean, Joy's hot, but it's the fact that she's got that on top of her.
Yeah. His stuff dribbling everywhere.
Part of me can see the allure of it, but not every single room in your buddy's house.
And throw something down. Catch your stuff, or do like I told him. If you gotta have sex, shoot it out the window.
Yeah, I mean, that's really just common courtesy.
What is it, Alfie?
JD's on the hotline for you.
Hello?
Where are you going?
Where are you?
In my truck.
Why?
Going home.
The show isn't over.
Show's over for me. Bye!
He just went retard on you.
All right, hang on. Let me think for a half a second. Obviously, I got to wait till tomorrow.
Oh.
What?
Maybe because of the quarter stick of dynamite on the sombrero.
Well, I'm sure that's why he left, but the show's still not over.
You'll have...
That doesn't make any... Gavin.
Yes?
I want him written up. Gavin.
No, I'm listening.
I want this in his personal file. He left before the show. Leave out the dynamite.
All right, I'll talk with him tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sounds pretty threatening.
The pisser is, I can't get my hands on him right now, so I gotta wait.
Well, that gives you a lot of time to think of things to do to him.
No. We'll be going to his house tonight.
Oh, even better. We could run on the same page.
Let's go, Dan.
All righty. For more information on the Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, following people home, and more, go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info. To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, JohnDavidRyan.com, DanO'Malley.com, DJClo.net, TreyTrenholm.com, and for Chuck the Band Manager, ChuckWheat.com. Limo service for the show was provided.
How does he think he's gonna be able to skate past this?
Only thing I can think is that he's hoping your memory, you'll forget about it. But he knows Dan and I are weasels and we'll remind you.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't get what's going through that thing that's on the top of his Hawaiian shirt. Go ahead, Dan.
He obviously feels there are no consequences. Russ gets
his wrong, dude.
Russ gets his guitars and band equipment from the Guitar Center. Their website, guitarcenter.com. The official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their website, majesticliquors.com. And the official airline of the show is Southwest Airlines. Their website, southwest.com, and the official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com.
We're not going to waste time rolling his house. To get back with everything he's done in mind, we're going to go jack on his windows.
I'm game.
I'm horny.
Hey, Gavin?
Yes?
Come with us and fluff his wife.
You can now listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.